everybody? Power up!
Can everyone in the
Power up!
chat hear us?
Who's here? Who's here?
So it looks like we've got Whiskey Rebel, we've got Bass Brawlers TV. Shout out, y'all, if you're here.
Shout out, everybody. Come through.
Everyone, shout out. We've been promoting this bad boy for a minute now.
Let's go.
It takes them a minute to start rolling in.
Yeah, it's all good. So you want to wait till so many people get in the queue? Or what?
No, what I'll do is I'll just read your description. And by the time I'm done reading that, then usually there's a good amount of people here.
Let's run it.
All right. So I'm here with Scenic City Fishing 423. In his description, it says, God over everything. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. I'm the Pitbull. If you're reading this right now, just know you're blessed. Blessings, blessings, and more blessings to you and your families. The purpose of my channel is to capture and create memories, not only for myself, but for others. Life is short. Love it, respect it, and enjoy it. I truly love you all. I love my enemies also. Now let's fish. That is a great channel description.
You're hired, Fishy. You're hired. You're on the payroll.
Pickle's got 1,620,000 plus subscribers. He's made 506 videos, and he's at 605,811 views, y'all. He's over 500,000 views. You hear me?
Woo! Hey,
Doing
because
great,
of
brother.
y'all, because of everybody watching. That's why.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, you ready to get into it? You ready to chum it up?
Ready like spaghetti. Let's get it.
All right, so when did you start your channel? Where did the idea to start a fishing YouTube channel come from, and how did it begin?
Well, actually, I wasn't fishing. I gave up on fishing for like 3 years. Am I talking too loud for you?
Absolutely not. You sound great.
So I gave up on fishing. I've been fishing my whole entire life, ever since I was like 7 years old, But we're going to get into that a little later on. So my niece, Asia, she called me and said, hey, I want you to meet somebody. She wanted me to meet a member of her from the church, right? So I met up with her. I met Key. Real life. Yeah. So he was out there with his son, and he was out there with a lot of different members of the church, like young men, young women, They all had fishing rods, and I had goosebumps. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. The sun shining down through the clouds and everything. So when I met him, I instantly linked with him. I felt like this positive energy, right?
Right.
So I was like, wow, I really like this whole situation. Because I was in the house for a while. I wasn't depressed, but I was just doing my own thing. I was just chilling, going out to eat. I wasn't fishing. I gave away all my fishing equipment. I met Key, and Key was like, hey, we're talking about fishing. And he was talking about crappie. And me knowing who he is now, like the crappie king, the crappie slayer. I said, I've never caught a crappie. I would love to catch a crappie. That got me back into fishing. So we immediately drove probably a half a mile or a quarter mile to this pier. And we're sitting on this little dock. I got my feet swinging off. And Key gave me a reel, and I'm trying to catch crappie. I'm missing them like crazy. They're catching crappie all around me. So I was like, you know what? I lost my mojo, But I was like, hey, I'm going to keep trying. So we exchanged information, linked back up with him. He invited me to fish with his sons, 3 sons. Best thing that ever happened, So it's like I got redirected. I was off track. I got redirected on track. and I'm doing what I love. I'm fishing. Now I'm getting paid. I got paid yesterday on fishing. I always thought about how could I do something that I love and get paid for it. Yesterday I was actually getting money off you. I mean, off of like super chats, and my
Yep.
mind was like, "What? Okay, what's going on? Money's coming in, you know." So now I'm
Right.
taking it a lot serious, more business type,
Yeah.
business sense, and it all stemmed from my niece. My niece introducing me to Key. Key invited me to go fishing. By the way, I caught a crappie too. You can watch it on this video on Real Life 423.
All right. I'll
I
check
caught
it
some
out.
crappie. I caught some crappie. So now I'm the pit bull. I'm the pit bull. I'm gonna tell you a story about the pit bull also.
Go
But
ahead.
I'm
Tell
gonna
me
let,
about
I'm
the
gonna
pit
let you.
bull.
Okay. Uh, my grandmother. It was once upon a time. I'm from Blythe, California. Blythe. I'm from Blythe, California. Born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. I'll just play. But
Wait a minute.
the only thing to do down there, Fishy, was to hunt and to fish. That
Okay.
was the only entertainment because it's a desert town.
Right.
So I took up fishing. My grandmother, she said, "You're not going to join the gang." She gave me a Zebco reel, an 808, I believe it was. She strained it up. She showed me how to put the split shots on the hook. And down there, we have bluegill, but we have a fish called tilapia.
Oh,
They come up from Mexico. They come up
wow.
through the channel through
Right.
Mexico, and they grow pretty big, like 3 pounds, 4 pounds. The tilapia. So that was our native fish. That was our main native fish. But going back to when I was 7, my grandmother couldn't go down into those embankments, those canal banks. I was the little 7-year-old barefooted going down there pulling the fish out of the mud. Like those embankments are down like kind of like the Tennessee River. I don't know how far you think how far it is, but it's a far
I fished
distance.
the Tennessee River. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go down there and retrieve that fish. Terrified. Do you hear me? I was scared of bugs, spiders, everything. My grandmother made me a pit bull. So one day she had a fish that was probably 20 pounds. I grabbed that fish and I'm stumbling. I'm trying to make my grandmother proud. I'm getting stuck by the fins. I'm bleeding. My grandmother said, "Boy, you grabbed that fish like a pit bull." And
I
and she
love it.
never laughs. My grandmother laughed till tears came out. My grandmother was a heavy set lady. She was tall and kind of,
Yeah.
she wasn't really fat, but she was solid.
Right.
And every time she would wait for me. I'll be in town like a mile away because we lived out in the country. My grandmother station wagon would circle the blocks and look for me. And then she would say, she'll honk the horn. And no matter what I was doing, playing marbles, um, selling bubble gum for a quarter, buying them for 55 cents and selling them for a quarter, you
Right.
know, because my mother's cousin owned a store in our neighborhood, and he used to give me boxes of bubble gum. He used to give them to me, so I was hustling way back then. I was selling for 25 cents on the block.
Don't bubble gum.
You know what I'm saying? So I was a bubble gum slinger.
Okay.
But um, that money I would buy fishing tackle. My favorite lure
Right.
was a beetle spin. A beetle spin. That was the first lure I ever bought. A beetle spin. My second lure I ever.
That's for bass. Yeah.
Yeah, I caught everything on it. Catfish, bass,
Okay.
and I'll hear that horn. I'll hit fences. I'll run through alleys to get to that sound because she had a unique. It's like her horn was kind of struggling to go. That's my
Yeah.
grandmother. We're going fishing. I'm running. I was very fast. Come on, boy, let's go. We're going fishing. Man, I was so little. My feet would not touch the floorboard, Fishy. But I don't know. I couldn't even see over the dashboard. But I was her fish getter. So my grandmother's favorite dog is a red-nosed pit bull. So uh,
That's a pit bull emoji everyone's using in the chat.
yeah.
See that in the chat? Everyone's popping the pit bull emoji. Right.
Getting a little choked up.
It's all good, man. It's all love.
But anyway,
Sorry.
it came back to me when Key called me pit bull, and I'm here.
I'm with you.
I'm
Man,
here. Miss my grandmother, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
She'd be so proud of you right now, though.
real person right here. That's real tears right there, y'all. Ain't a shame. Um, but it made me remember. So I was like, I forgot about it. Years and years. Everything happens for a reason. You link up with people for a reason. Everything happens the way it's supposed to. So, like I said, it's from my grandmother.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
Did she ever get to see you, a chance to see you as a fishing YouTuber?
My grandmother died in the 90s.
Oh,
Yeah. I was 19. Yeah, I'm 45 now.
well, I'm
Yeah.
sure she's looking down and she is very, very proud of you right now. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I'm guessing. You know, I
Yeah.
don't know. I would think.
I'm a crybaby too, man.
But it's all good, man.
I'm the toughest guy you'll ever know, though.
I hear you.
Yeah, these ain't no weak tears.
No,
Yeah, let's get it.
it's I think strong men cry because they're not afraid. You know what I mean? They just care. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, let's move it along. Where you located? What bodies of water do you mainly fish?
I'm located in Chattanooga, Tennessee, everybody. I fish channels, ponds, lakes, private properties. No trespassing. Mainly the Tennessee River.
Okay.
Yeah, so if your fence is small, I can hop it. I can get over there. Yep.
All right. All right.
True story.
And so what kind of fish do you normally catch on your channel? Like what do you catch most frequently on your channel?
Okay. Bluegill. I mean,
Bluegill? Okay.
they're so plentiful,
Right.
I need the bluegill to catch the big fish that I'm hunting, which is blue cat or just catfish species.
Right.
But you can go anywhere, like 1 foot off the bank to like 50 yards off the bank. I've never caught a bluegill really far out in the river, but you don't have to throw really far to catch a bluegill. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
But
they like the shallows.
on my channel, the most fish I've ever caught that I've posted, uh, I would have to say catfish. I'm not a catfisherman. I'm an angler. I catch it. If it got fins, I'm catching it.
Right
I
on.
don't. I really love catfish though. I just like the addiction of the fight. I'm an aggressive person when it comes to like competition.
Okay.
I like competition. I like the competition to where I used to box for 10 years. Back in,
Okay.
in California, I boxed Golden Glove, and I never lost a fight. Never failed. One time. I used to fight guys better than me. Never fell down once. Never lost. And I've probably knocked out half of the people I fought. True story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive, man. Why'd you stop?
I moved from California to here.
Okay.
Yeah. 1998. I moved from California to here. So I left, all that stuff. But I boxed from 10 years old all the way, 9 years old all the way to like 19. I boxed every year. I traveled with it. They would put me with guys older than me, like even upsize. Like, you pair them up with the arm length and the weight.
Yeah.
I was knocking them down with the headgear and everything. Pit bull mentality. It's all up here.
Yeah.
The skills and
Absolutely.
endurance, and that's how I live my life. I'm not an aggressive person towards people, but if it's something that wants to compete with me, I'm gonna win.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right on, man. So then would you say that catfish is your favorite fish to catch?
flathead catfish, absolutely.
Flathead?
Um,
Okay.
let me tell you about it. It was once upon a time where You know, we came up on food stamps. We had the actual book of food stamps. You know, not the card. Once
Right.
those ran out, guess what we had to eat, Fishy?
Fish.
Flathead, fish. Flatheads were the easiest to catch because there's a lot of drainage ditches. That town, um, that town is a town that produced cotton and alfalfa. That's how that town's made for miles and
Okay.
miles and miles. If you look at it on Google Maps, you're gonna see these green squares everywhere. That's how they make their money. That's how that town is ran. Cotton and alfalfa. So there's a lot of irrigation channels, a lot of fishing spots, a lot of
Right.
canals, and it runs off the Colorado River through Arizona. Yeah, Arizona, state of Arizona. It splits right down the middle of the river. One side of the river is Arizona, the other side's California.
Okay.
So yeah, it's right on the border of Ehrenberg and Blythe. It's right there. So there's plenty of places to fish. So how we fished, we would put a whole tilapia on a hook with a string,
Yep.
and throw it into the pipe with no weight. You're catching 50 and 60, 70-pound flathead. That fed our family.
Wow.
And my grandmother couldn't go down there. We had to eat. I had to stay close to home to be the pit bull. True story. That's all I know.
That's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
flathead is one of my favorite fish to catch as well, but I consider him one of the harder fish to catch. Um, when you said catching flathead was the easiest, like way to
It's
feed
easy.
people, I was just like, oh my god, my family would starve. But
Yeah.
like I catch a handful of flathead every year. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm proud of that. I can't imagine trying
Yeah.
to catch flathead strictly for eating.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess Wisconsin's a little bit different though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, flathead is your favorite fish to catch,
Absolutely. I
and
love everything about it. The way they look, the predatorial factor in it, how they're just it's like the villain of the waters to me,
yeah,
freshwater. I
definitely,
just I've seen some bigger than me, back then. It was
yeah.
inspirational.
I think
So
the biggest flathead on record, anyway, is like 126 pounds.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty big. It's definitely
yeah,
bigger than a lot of people. I don't know. I don't know what you weigh, but you know,
yeah. We had
it's
a we had
definitely
a legend. We had a legend back home. His name was Eddie Harris. He
yeah,
couldn't talk. He had a voice box. He had an S10 truck, like a white and gray truck, and he
yeah,
used to catch these big old fish so big, and like, man, he used to sell them to people, and that fed families. That's what got me
right.
in. Like, I want to catch one of those. I used to stand up on the back of his pickup truck and be like, I'll jump down real fast. Like, what was that? Their heads are
Right.
like this.
Yeah,
Yeah, skinny guy named Eddie Harris. He lived down the street from me. Eddie H, we call him. Uh, he couldn't talk, but he had a voice box, like a little robot sounding
right.
thing.
Yeah,
And he used to catch another guy down there. His name was Felton Walker. They used to compete. They used to catch the biggest catfish in town. Everybody everybody knew everybody. Everybody would talk about it, but like, hey, you got to go see that fish Eddie H just caught or Felton. Everybody would drive there or ride their bikes there or go. He'll hang it up on the fence or somewhere on a tree because he'll be skinning it with the pliers. It
right,
was something to see when you coming from a town that didn't have a lot of action.
right.
You know? Yeah.
And nowadays, you go to YouTube. Hey, what did this guy
Yeah.
catch? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a
Technology.
screen now, but it's the same spirit of like I want to see who got the biggest fish this week. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that
It's
same old
changed,
spirit.
man.
It's a new way of delivery, but everyone wants.
Hey,
It's still in our blood. Like people who
yeah,
love fishing, they just love fishing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love seeing fish. I just
So
do.
think about if we had what we have now back when we were teenagers, like the technology, like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. That footage, if we could have caught that back then,
Right.
amazing footage.
Right.
That would have been amazing
Yeah,
footage, man.
for sure.
Amazing. Oh, this my grandmother gave me this too. I don't know if
Oh,
you can
very
see it.
nice. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
when she passed away. Yep.
Awesome. So we went over your favorite fish, and then so how do you How do you catch flathead nowadays when you go targeting flathead?
It's a secret. Nah. I really catch them all on cut bait. Now they say flathead like live bait. I've
Right.
never caught none on live bait. I've never
What?
caught any.
That's
I've
crazy.
tried for years. Yeah, I'll just cut a head off a bluegill and sell it out. I have this app. I have this app where you can see the depth of the river, the nautical app. So I just ping it or pinpoint the angle and things like that. I'll go to that location and just cast into that hole. And
With the bluegill head.
that's usually that gives me the upper hand right there. That app. That's how I
Now,
catch
I
them.
will admit, I have caught a few flathead on bluegill head specifically.
Yeah.
But it's usually I'm targeting channel cats when I'm using cut bait like that.
Yeah.
But I've caught a lot of channel cats on live bait as well. Just either live bluegill on a bobber, like a big bobber.
Yeah.
Actually, lately I've been using like a 20-ounce bottle as a bobber. But or on a heavy like pyramid weight with a live bluegill on it too. That's how I normally catch flathead. But I have caught them on cut bait as well.
What's your biggest flathead?
Probably about 45 pounds, but I didn't technically weigh it. I never had a scale, but so I would do the inches, right? And then you could go and Google like what should be the weight of this species of fish based on this many inches. And when I did that, it said like 46 pounds it should have been.
46, okay.
I'm gonna get a scale now because actually I caught my PB channel cat last night, believe it or not.
How much was it?
It's 18.3 pounds. Which is big for a channel cat.
That's huge for a channel. You absolutely
That's a huge channel cat. Yeah. There's a picture in my community post of it, and then I just did a short of its release today. So, and I'll be doing a long form on it eventually.
Gotta see it.
But I'm getting a scale. I was with someone who had a scale last night, so that's why I was able to actually get his weight.
And you know they grow by like different regions. The fish are bigger and smaller in different regions. Like
absolutely.
I'm in connection with people up in Jersey, New Jersey, New York. They say a monster catfish is 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Like they don't catch them no bigger, you know?
Well, you got to specify the species too, though. Like, someone saw that picture today and they said, wow, that's a huge catfish. That's got to be the, biggest catfish ever or whatever. And I was like, it's my biggest channel catfish. Like I've caught flathead twice the size of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And blues, don't even get me started. We don't have blues in Wisconsin, so
exactly. There's no blues in Louisiana. I'm in connection with a lot of different fishermen, and they say they don't have blues down there. Like you got to come up the Delta, you got to come up towards like Mississippi, and we don't have blues in California.
The Mississippi is to the left of Wisconsin on the map.
Yeah.
But they don't come that far north because it gets too cold. They don't like it. They stay south on the Mississippi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Double tap that screen, y'all. Look, I'm still saying
that's right. It's free to tap it. I like it when you like the live. Go ahead and give it a shot. I like it.
Thumbs up. I see 22 in the queue.
Right?
Double tap that screen.
Where was I? I got distracted now. Got me talking about my own fish. You're the guest. I'm supposed to be talking about you.
We're going back and forth. That's how we doing. It's called Fish Talk.
That's right. That's right.
That's a good channel right there, Fish Talk.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got we can get you on if you want to come on the global panel. I do a thing at the end of the month where I just collect different YouTube fishermen from around the globe.
Yeah.
And we talk about stuff that's going to happen next month, like fishing strategies in different regions in the upcoming month. I just do it once a month at the end of the month, last Saturday of every month. If you're interested in doing that, we can set that up too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna turn that down. I'm not gonna turn that down. I don't turn nothing down but my collar. That's the only thing I turned down right there.
Right on, man. So what is your dream fish then? What is a fish that you haven't caught that you really, really want to catch?
I want to catch a sheephead in Florida.
You've never caught a sheephead?
I've never fished in the ocean, and I lived in California my whole
Oh.
life. Never threw a
See,
line in the ocean.
In Wisconsin, we call drum sheephead.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Drum?
yeah, yeah. And like, so what's weird is so like, they look normal when they're in the rivers, but when they get in the lakes
Yeah.
out here, a lot of times they'll get like these calcium deposits on their head, and their
Ah,
head will actually
yeah,
turn all
yeah,
white, and that's
yeah.
why I always thought they were called sheephead.
So the sheephead got those black stripes. They're gray with the black stripes, and they have human teeth. That's all I can
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, that's the ocean version, but
I
yeah,
gotta
no,
have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it.
that's a crazy fish.
And my next one will be a barracuda.
I caught one of
And the
those.
next one after that, I just want to feel the power since I'm a competitive person. I just want to feel the power. I don't think I'm strong enough yet. A Goliath grouper out in the ocean, like a charter. I just want to feel that. I just want to put my feet on the edge. I want to feel that. I
Don't
want
they
to feel
get
that
like
power.
thousands of pounds?
Yeah, man. They get like 800 pounds. I gotta feel that.
I'll tell you what, I had
I'm
a
gonna get there.
sturgeon on last year, and I was on a beach, right?
Yeah,
And I was trying to pull up the rod, and I dug my heels into the sand, and that
yeah.
sturgeon drug me with my heels planted. I'm 220 pounds.
God,
It
God,
drug me
dude.
heels planted through the sand, leaving lines in the sand right
You
into
see,
the river, man.
nope. Nobody would believe you if you said that. Cause no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying as a saying. Cause I told the people the same thing here in the Tennessee River. The same thing happened to me. I was sitting back like this, holding
Yeah.
uh my extra heavy. I had an ocean rod. It stood me up all the way on my feet, and then the line popped. I don't know what kind of fish that was. I had a 150-pound test line on there.
Uh, it would have to be like one of those 100-pound blue cats or like 100+ pound sturgeon, I would
I'm,
guess.
I'm extremely, I ain't gonna say extremely, but I'm very strong fishy, like down to the bone. I'm pulling with all, I'm wiggling like this, and it's still picking
Right.
me up. And I had the drag locked all the way with a big Saltis reel, the big
Yeah.
one. Um, I still know that location. I look at it every now and then. It's off of Amacola Highway. It's a deep hole. I always wanted to go back there, but I was a little too scared to go back there because that freaked me out. That freaked me out, man.
See, I did so I lost that fish, right? I
Yeah,
had 80-pound tests on, and it drug me into the river before the test finally snapped. I couldn't believe the
yeah,
80-pound test held that long, right? And
right.
then, so what I did the following day is I went into our local bait shop, thrift shop thing, bought the
Yeah,
biggest pole I could, the biggest reel I could, and I ordered 200-pound tests on Amazon. And I went straight back the next day and started catching sturgeon out of there. And I did end up getting like a 58-inch sturgeon or 56
right.
inch sturgeon. So, and I'm this September, I'm going back to the same spot, and I'm going to go there every day all month because I
Oh
know
yeah,
there's ridiculous
yeah,
monsters in
yeah.
there. You know what I mean?
I know we have gar here. Like really, we have sturgeon here. They stocked it, but I don't know how big they get. It may be an old sturgeon, 100-pound catfish, or I don't think like a 80-pound flathead would pick me up. I
Yeah,
think
I
that's
don't think
like
that
a
would either.
shovel bill. We have shovel bill also, paddlefish.
Yeah, paddlefish are pretty strong.
Yeah, they're like an ox.
I don't know how big they get though.
Yeah, they
But
get they
they're
get
real strong for
about
sure.
5 feet, 6 feet, about 5 feet.
Yeah,
From tail to tip nose. But I've heard they're really strong.
I'm looking up the world record sturgeon right now because
Oh
I
Lord,
sturgeon get crazy big. So the world record sturgeon was 1,100 pounds.
I
So
can't do that with
yeah,
that. Hey, he'll pull the spool. He'll pull all your line out your spool right there.
it was 11 feet long.
Good night.
Yep. So yeah, I mean
A
it's
1,000 pounds.
possible, but it takes a long time for him to get that big. And I don't know how recently the Tennessee uh, game wardens stocked
Yeah,
those sturgeon in there. They take a
yeah,
long. They live for hundreds of years,
yeah.
to get
So
that big. So
there's a lot of bait fish in that river. That river, Tennessee River, produces a lot of shad, threadfin shad, gizzard shad, all kinds. There's crawfish all up against the rocks. There's frogs. So there's plenty of food.
right, right.
They can eat all day. It produces back. You can go down there and see just thousands, tens of thousands of shad in the water, at any given
Yeah,
time.
it's a great river system, man. It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
I try to get to Tennessee at least once every year. I
right.
got some family that lives down there. Last year or last fall, I actually went down and I fished with Skipjack Cindy, so that's pretty
Yeah,
cool. This
yeah.
year when I
Things like
come,
Cindy said
I'm
she wanted to
probably
fish with
I'm
me last night.
huh?
She said on her live last night she wants to fish with me.
Oh yeah, you guys
And
should. You'd have a
Shenanigans
ball.
Fishing also wants to fish with me. Shenanigans. So I got to arrange
Okay,
that. Yeah.
heck yeah, do it, man. But yeah, I think next time I come to Tennessee, I might try and fish with you and Key too. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Come on down.
The only thing is, my family lives in Knoxville, and so that's like 5 hours from Chattanooga, where you guys are, isn't it?
Knoxville, nah. It's about 3, I believe.
3? Oh,
Yeah.
that's more doable then.
Three and some change. Yeah.
Okay, we could
Yeah.
probably make it happen then.
Yeah.
But when I come to Tennessee, I usually come for like a half a week or so. So I have a couple
Yeah.
days,
Yeah.
But I'm also there to spend time with family. So
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, back to fishing. Um, oh, actually, I want to circle back. I didn't ask you all your YouTube questions. So you talked about how you started, how and why you started your YouTube channel.
Right.
Um, coming from where you started, like remembering where you started, thinking about where you are now. Can you tell us a little bit about that journey? How the feeling is different?
Oh
What sort
man.
of challenges you encountered along the way?
Oh, there's a lot of jealousy. You can feel the
Yeah,
tension. Lot of jealousy. Like some people don't hide it. They'll just turn their nose up at you. Not saying any names, but you can feel the tension. Some of the people still, they'll still act like they're your friend and know you. They'll still call
right.
you and talk to you, but you can feel their energy. You can feel their jealousy and envy. Um, I'm pretty built up to where I can look past all that. I still fish with certain people. I still attempt to try to fish with people. I don't. I'm not a confrontational type of person and try to confront you and ask you. I don't too much care about that. Um, I got a heart of gold. So. But anyway, on that question, my journey when I first started, I started filming with my cell phone. I had a
Right.
tripod from Walmart. Bought the tripod, and I started going on that riverbank. And man, let me tell you, I'm sure everybody got a memory of dropping their phone, tripping up, hooking themselves, not catching the angle, not hitting the record button when you get a nice catch, mosquitoes,
Spin it the other day.
flies, and hot sun. Or all the trials and tribulations of trying to get a good 10 minutes of content. You might fish 3 hours, four
Hmm.
hours just to quantize to get a solid, not even 20 minutes, 12 minutes of good action. They don't know, they don't see the backstory. So that's where I come in. I want everybody to see it. When I do my lives, I don't come pre-prepared. My lives are already in the water. There's nothing
Right.
against that, but I want people to see me setting my stuff up, catching the brim, cutting them up, throwing them out. And guess what? My viewers, they're there. They're there like the whole time for the whole ride. I did a live for 11 hours, well, 14 hours. I did a live for 14 hours.
Wow, that's crazy.
I got 64,000 views and 1,000 likes.
Dang.
And when I ended that live, it said 64,987. It was almost 65,000. And I had 1,089 likes.
That's like that one video was 10% of all your views. You've got 600,000 views. You got
Yeah,
64,000 views on one video. That
it's
video
crazy.
was 10% of your view total. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was insane. I was going to end that live. I was at 530 something likes,
Yeah.
probably 5 hours into that live.
And
I
you
was
were
about
just
to
like,
end it.
run it.
I was about to end it. I was doing the breakdown. Like I appreciate everybody coming in. Fishing with Big Mike. came into the chat right when I started talking, and I looked. He said, "Let's
Yeah.
go downtown and get on some kitty cats." I did like this. I'm not gonna turn it down. I said,
Right.
I'm a very private person. You know, I don't want nobody seeing my house, my car, or like I don't mix friends. I have friends of different class.
Yeah.
You know, I got some basic people, you know, just every day, just whatever. I got some people like lawyers, doctors, they're my friends, you know.
Mhm.
I've worked with them at Erlanger when I was a scrub tech. You know, I still know them from years later.
Right.
My lawyer is my friend, my lawyer. We talk, you know, he'll call me and we'll talk for a few minutes, you know. He's busy now. We don't talk like that anymore, but it's pretty cool. I know people in high places and people, you know, owners of restaurants, gas stations. Like I've been to
Right.
their houses, I've ate at their tables, and then I have the regular people. When I say regular, like that don't have that, they're just everyday, like white
Like blue
collar,
collar.
blue collar. Yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
friends like that. I just don't mix. I used to, and you know
Mhm.
that creates conflict somehow. Like people start judging you a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, they'll kind of judge you like you're hanging out with this person. Even like the people that are blue collar, like you're hanging out with this person you didn't tell me, or you know, they think you're better than them or something like that. It's just something in their head, you know. So I just every time you see me, I'm by myself, you know.
Yeah.
So you guys are in my
Yeah.
house right now.
I like doing my lives by myself, but yeah,
Yeah,
I don't really care like what a person is, what their job is, how much money they
yeah,
got. Everyone's a person. They
yeah.
all
That's how I
they
look
all
at it.
have to go sit on a toilet and take a crap at the end of the day. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah. But but my experience it's crazy. I'm just sharing it real quick. Like sometimes the blue collar people look down on the white
Yeah.
collar, vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, I would never. I'll lock my doors if they come by here, and if they come in my neighborhood, you know, all that talk, you know, I don't ever
Right.
say nothing. I don't ever speak on it. I just listen to them, kind of chuckle a little bit. I never give my input. I'll change the subject on them. Like, so where we going? You know, I change the
Right.
subject, and then we're
Take the
off
high
to go
ground.
play golf somewhere. You know, yeah,
I hear you, man.
we're
All
all
right.
people.
Where are we at on the question? Oh yeah. So now where you're at on YouTube, how do you feel now compared to back then? Like you feel pretty
Oh,
confident? What's the next goal? Where are you going next?
these gears are turning now. I'm to the drawing board. You know, I
Okay.
got a laboratory. Like I'm sitting there drawing like graphs and everything now
Okay.
because because people like my content, and I'm sure everybody in once upon a time in their life had self doubt. I don't have a
Sure.
big issue with self doubt, but when I was doing that, I was like, it's a month in, I only have 28 subscribers. You know, I didn't
Right.
understand it, and then you know after I started getting like 200, I'm like, okay, 500, okay. I wonder if I can get 1,000 before the year is up. I'm there. And it's
Right.
like, wow, they actually, it's like I have to like convince
What did what
myself.
did what did you tell yourself? Like how did you when you had those self doubts, how did you overcome them and decide to keep going?
Oh, I have a lot of people, I have a circle around me that motivates me. It's not me.
Okay.
I'm not going to even sit there and sugarcoat. I have people around me that say, what are you doing? Get up, go fishing here. Uh, you know, go make some content. You got viewers, you got people want to see your stuff. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, yeah, let me go fishing. And I'll go fishing with the attitude of like kind of mopey because it's hot. Mosquitoes, I gotta balance on those rocks. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sweat, you know, or it's too cold. It's just a mind thing, you know. So when I get out there and I get to fishing and I catch a fish, it's like, okay, let me try to match that. Like I compete. Let me try to match that and catch a bigger one. Now let me try to
Right.
catch a bigger one. Let me go over here and see if I can catch one. And then it just goes like that. And it's like a snowball downhill. By the time we get to the bottom of the hill, is this big, you know? So I just need like I have those people around me that kind of lifts me up off the couch or something, you know. So if I didn't have them, I wouldn't be doing it. But now I don't. I ain't gonna say I don't need them. I get up now, like self motivated, because I believe it came like I got close to being monetized. Like there is hope, you know. It's
Right.
just like a discouragement. That's all. Like for the viewers, don't get discouraged. Don't ever doubt yourself. You can be your own worst enemy sometimes. I'm telling you. You can get in your head.
Absolutely.
You can get in your head and be like, it's not good enough. That filter didn't work on that fish catch. Doesn't look good. You can have better quality. Don't worry about the quality of your phone. If it's 720 pixel or 4K, put that content out there. People are gonna watch it. No matter what you put out, someone's gonna look at it. That's
Yep.
all I can tell you. I don't care
Right.
what it is. You can dig your hands in the soil all day and just, I guess, pull weeds out. Someone's gonna watch that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I came to that
That's
conclusion, so I get up every day now, and I have people wanting to see my content. So I'm self motivated now. You know, like all the way, 100%, 1000%.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Do you now, or have you ever had any pet fish?
pet fish.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
Modesto,
about it,
let's talk about it. What you know about the aquariums, man? What you know about it?
bro.
All
Bro,
right,
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
hey, I got goosebumps up under this hoodie, up under this Be Extreme hoodie. Hey, we had a clownfish. My mother had a saltwater aquarium back when I was a kid. I used to stand in front of that thing for hours. When my mother go buy earthworms, she used to feed them. Like you dangle them in there and drop them, they'll suck them
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
That's before fishing. That was when I was like 5 or 6. You know, that's when I was 5 or 6. She had a clownfish. She had a eel, saltwater eel. We had, and that clownfish was flat, and it just looks like it looks crazy. It looks smashed. It was
Dude,
white with a
clownfish have incredible
big
personalities
black
too.
dot
Like
on it. Yeah,
clownfish, like they know you. They like
they're
recognize.
smart, man. They're smart.
Yeah,
He
they're
used to
so
follow my
smart.
finger. He used to follow my
Yep,
finger everywhere. So that
yep,
that was my entertainment, and it was my mother kept it very fresh. It's very expensive to keep a. It was
yeah.
over 160 something gallons. The aquarium.
That's a
It
big
was
aquarium.
long. It was long like a refrigerator. So she had koi fish. She had the actual rocks. The real
Live
stuff from the
rocks,
ocean. Live kelp and
like
stuff in there.
coral and
Coral,
like
yeah, it was stuck to the
anemones
rocks.
and
Yeah. We had a
yeah,
starfish, you know what I'm saying? Man, I haven't seen nothing like that ever in my life again. Like everybody I see that have aquariums have freshwater.
yeah.
That saltwater is a whole nother ball game.
Yeah. It's saltwater is very expensive. A lot of
Yeah.
maintenance. Yeah. I had a saltwater tank before, but um,
It costs a
after
lot, and you got to be on it.
yeah,
You got to test the
yeah,
water and everything, the temperature,
yeah.
the clarity. You got to put the liquid in perfect. You know, change
Right
the
now I
filters
have
out.
I've got 7 freshwater aquariums right now.
Yeah. Woo,
Yep.
lordy. Yeah, man, that was yeah. We had those fish. Those fish grew up with me too. They grew up with
Right.
me. I was 5 years old. I was all the way like 13, and those fish were still alive. Like 12 at least. They were still alive, you know?
It's awesome. So
Yeah.
do you have any fish now?
No fish. No.
What are you
No.
waiting for? Go get an aquarium, man.
When I caught that, I really want a flathead in my aquarium so bad.
You need a big aquarium.
Hey, once it gets so big, I'll let him go. I want a little one. And
Right.
just
That'd be
get him
cool.
to the size where he's 2 pounds, and I'll just go put him in the river. You know, I
That'd be
really want a flathead. Yeah,
I got a bullhead right now. You want to see my bullhead?
yeah, yes, please, please hurry up. I want to see. Look at that, man.
He's pretty
He's
cool.
chilling. Perfect bait for a flathead right there.
Yep. Yeah, these are my bait tanks. I just got some shell crackers and stuff hanging out here.
Hey, man, that is. What do you feed them? What do you feed everybody?
So I've got like, see if I can find it. Actually, it's like this. meiosis shrimp.
Oh, I see it. Yep. Dried
Yeah.
shrimp. Jeez.
Everybody kind of eats that.
Do they get a special
Then
treat?
I'll feed them like live guppies from time to time too.
Yeah, that's like the
Because I
special
breed a
treat.
lot of guppies now.
Yeah.
So I got that going on. And I got my koi upstairs, and I got some dinosaur eels upstairs.
Okay. Okay.
I've actually got a perch in the tank below over there. And then I got a sheep head down there too, actually.
What? Say what?
I
You
got
serious?
a perch and a sheep head in the tank below here.
Don't tell me that, man. You actually got a sheep head?
Yes, sir.
Let me see that sheep head.
Or I'm sorry, drum. You call them drum.
Oh man, you
Freshwater
crushed
drum.
me.
Yeah.
You crushed me. Oh, well, you call him sheep head. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Yep, just freshwater
Yeah.
drum.
That sheep head mesmerizes me, man. Is just something about it. Hey, that's cool. You got a little bricks, little covering. I like that. So does it get moist down there? Do you have that problem with the moisture in
Yeah,
the
but I
air?
mean it's a basement, so it's
Yeah,
already kind of moist. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's the problem we had with the big aquarium. It's like over 160 something gallons. It was humongous.
Yeah, I got a 125 upstairs. That's got my
Yeah.
koi in it.
Okay.
But it's got like a glass top on it, so it kind of holds the moisture in.
Yeah, yeah. They got the dehumidifier type things that takes the moisture out of the air also you can put in there. You can plug
Right.
up. But yeah. 15 people in, 38 likes. Look, that's what I say on my lives. 15 people in, 38 likes. Appreciate it. Double tap that screen, y'all.
Yeah. So far, my interview segments, they're like not huge now, but you never know. Someday people come
Yeah,
back and want to watch all my guests or
yeah,
whatever. You know what I mean? It could be a thing
yeah,
in the future. Who knows?
yeah,
But it's mostly because I enjoy doing it. I
yeah.
like meeting people from the fishing community. I like talking to you guys,
So you
get to know
just
you guys.
so when was the first time? Because I don't remember you doing a lot like interviews. Like, were you always doing interviews, or did you just start
I've been
recently?
doing them for about 2 months now. I think
Yeah, that's what
maybe
I was
going on
saying. Because
two.
I watched your channels like way back, your lives, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
know you're booked up, man. I know you're booked up.
Yeah, I think we're booked up into August right now.
Hey, wait till after this interview. You're gonna be really booked up
Right?
because I'm the man. Look,
That's right.
there
Yeah,
you
I'm
go.
with
I'm
you.
the man. I'm the man. You're really gonna be booked up. Trust me.
Yeah, as long as people want to be interviewed, I'll keep doing them. That's all
Yeah,
there is to it.
I know a lot of people that want to be interviewed by you too, so they'll hit you up.
Yep, my email's public information. It's in the description of my channel. Anyone who wants to be
Yeah.
interviewed, send me an email. I'll
Hey
get you on
man,
the schedule.
you're gonna be booked up, Fishy.
All right, where are we at now? Oh, so we got one kind of fun question we've been doing lately. This one's a thinker, right?
All
If
right.
you could fish with anybody at any point in time,
Yeah.
any place in the world at any point in time. So I'm talking like you've got a time machine, you can go meet and like, anyone, any celebrity, any historical figure,
Yeah.
and you two can go fishing anywhere in the world at any point
Yeah.
in time. Who would it be and where would you go?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
My grandmother. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Her favorite fishing hole.
That's pretty awesome. That'd
I'm
be
not gonna
sweet.
cry. I'm not gonna cry again.
It's okay, man.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, if
cry
you
again.
want to.
Yeah. Easy question.
That one. I believe I'm all out of questions.
Oh no.
We're going to turn it over to the chat now. If anyone's
Okay.
got any questions for Scenic City Fishing, post them in there. Annette, do you got any big plans coming up? Any other channels you want to promote? Oh, is there anyone
Oh,
that
I
you would
have another.
recommend that you think would want to do this show that I should reach out to?
I have another channel called River Pigs 423.
Okay.
You'll see a half fish, half pig. I started on that one, but I need to put more content on it. It's called River Pigs 423. But
All right,
the
y'all.
question for the interview, you said, do I have anybody else?
Yeah, is there any Do you have any friends or anyone that you think would like to do this show or that you'd like to see on this show?
How many? How many? How many?
As many as you want. If you want me to reach out to them, I'll write their names down and send them.
Write them down.
a message.
Catch 'em leak. Catch 'em leak.
I think
CH. Yeah. Hyphen EMLEAK. Catch 'em leak. Yeah. Yeah. Let's write these down real quick. Let me know when you're ready.
All right. I got Catch 'em Leak.
Smoking _ Bates 941. That's Kyle.
All right.
Quick Catch and Release.
I've already got him on the list.
Fishing with Big Mike. No G. FISHIN with Big Mike. I fished with him last night also.
All right.
Radar on the Fly. Radar on the Fly.
Got him.
Let me see. Southland Fishing. Southland _ Fishing. That's Nathan. Southland _ Fishing.
Is it fishing with a G or just the N?
Yeah, with a G. With a G on him, Fishing. Let me see. I met a guy on the river one time. His name is you probably got to contact him. He's Tanks Only _ Tanks Only _ He's in Florida right now, I believe.
All right.
I met him downtown Chattanooga. He started his channel. See, Catch 'em League. I think that's about it right there.
That's fine. Yep. So Zyro's Garden wants to know what is your PB cat in pounds.
Who is that? What's the name?
Zyro's Garden.
Oh, Zyro's Garden. My PB catfish is a 58 pound. 58 pounder blue cat. I caught it with a 4-inch bluegill, a frozen bluegill.
Nice.
I put the whole thing on frozen and just put slits in it. And I threw it out into this hole at this place called The Pipe. If you watch my channel, you'll see me fishing on top of this big pipe. There's a hole to the left. That's where I caught my PB, 58 pounds.
Northern Fishing wants to know what got you into YouTube.
What got me into YouTube?
I know we answered that at the beginning of the segment, but what got you into YouTube?
Key Blackman, Real Life 423, straight up.
Right.
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be on here talking to you.
And he, when I interviewed him, and I asked him this question of who do you want to see me interview, he brought your name to me.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
I watched a little bit of it. I got to go back and watch the whole thing.
It was a good interview.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'll give him a call.
Let's see. Did I miss anyone's questions? Does anyone else got questions for Real of Life 423, aka the Pitbull?
Real of Life 423, aka the Pitbull. You mean Scenic City Fishing 423?
Oh yeah, sorry. Wow, wow. We started talking about Key, man, and he was just in my head. He lives in there rent free, Oh yeah. So Fishing Fin Addicts wants to know, if you're not fishing, what are your other talents?
What's my other talents? I'm a great friend, great motivator to all my circle, all my friends, family. I do a lot of positive things in the community. Feeding the homeless is one of them. We have a certain couple of streets down here where they mainly hang out. That's one of my hobbies, going down there feeding the homeless. But that cost. So hopefully, I get some good money. I can really pump some food out, some clothes, and some different things that I can afford. There's a lot of people out there.
Um, Finding Joy on this journey asks, other than Florida, what other states would you like to fish in, Scenic?
What other state? Hmm. I actually haven't. I'm from California. I haven't fished in the ocean. I fished in California. Well, I can't use that. Louisiana,
Okay.
Lake Pontchartrain. I want to fish in there.
And
I don't
then
know what I think they'll have, but huh?
Zyro's Garden asks, do you trust the Lord with all your heart?
All my heart,
Amen.
all day, every day, without a doubt.
Whiskey Rebel wants to know, Scenic, are we and Eddie catfish for Grandma next live?
What was that?
My eyes are failing me. I think it says, Scenic, are we catching an Eddie catfish for Grandma next live?
Yeah, you already know.
Okay, what's
All
an
the
Eddie
time.
catfish? What is an Eddie catfish?
I'm catching any catfish. I don't know about the Eddie.
Oh,
I'm
I think
catching any. No, my next catfish is gonna be from my grandmother.
I
Hey, I
swear
got a
it
lucky.
says Eddie.
I'm gonna slide this in. I got a lucky dog that I take fishing with me.
Oh, I forgot to ask that question. I missed that question.
This
Yeah.
is Gus. This is my lucky dog. He's blinging. I bought him at a like a boutique down in Atlanta, Georgia, like this expensive store, like furniture store. I was in
That's
this
awesome.
store called Neiman Marcus, and as I was walking out, this dog was like by me. So that's Gus, y'all. He's on my mantle. When you walk out the door, I always give him a pet. This is my lucky dog right here. Good things been happening for me. You know, it ain't
That's
because of
awesome,
the
man.
dog. It ain't because of the dog, but.
I can't believe I forgot. Yeah, so do you have any other fishing superstitions?
Fishing superstitions,
Yeah, stuff that brings you good luck or bad luck.
bad luck, fishing and lightning and thunder. Well, I done that on 3 of my lives. Stop laughing, finding joy. Stop laughing. Hey, if you go back to, it was like trees falling. It was lightning. It was raining. I was still out there, and I still went fishing afterwards. It was crazy for the viewers.
Michael
Look,
Grumpy
find,
Vet
find joy
wants to
laughing.
know, have you ever tied on a Santee rig for catfish?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
I don't know. So you probably haven't.
Hey,
But
what is
Fat
it?
Cat and Michael Grumpy Vet, these guys are always harassing me,
Have
telling
them
me I need to
explain what
use
it is.
Santee rigs.
Have
I don't know
them.
what it is either.
Hey, ask them what it is, real quick.
What
Let's
is the
let's.
Santee rig, guys?
Santee
They're gonna
Cooper?
give.
Is it the Santee Cooper rig?
Is it a Santee Cooper rig?
I just heard you say Santee. Yeah, I'll do Santee Coopers all the time.
What's your go-to knot?
Palomar off top. My grandmother taught me that knot. That's the only knot I use. I don't use anything else.
I
I
don't
know.
even know the names of knots. I just know my dad taught me how to tie one. And it's the only
Yeah.
knot I use. It's probably the same one.
And then I just learned how to do the FG knot, like tying braid to monofilament FG knot.
Okay.
That's only I know how to do like 12 different knots, but Palomar, I've it's been working, so why change it?
Fishing Gold in the Pacific Northwest wants to know if you've ever caught a salmon.
Never, never. I've caught a trout though. I caught several trout here in Chattanooga. Cutthroat trout, rainbow trout, and brown trout. I've eaten salmon before.
It's delicious.
At Publix, they got pretty good deal on them.
Yeah, one of my friends just caught a bunch of salmon and cutthroat and stuff, and brought them
Yeah.
over to my house to cook them up for me. Oh man, it was good. Tastes just like chicken. Like
So
if
let
I
me
didn't
tell
know it was
you,
salmon, I would have thought it was chicken. I swear.
let me reverse it back to you. You're interviewing me. Let me ask you something. How do you
All right.
prepare your salmon? All the way down from
So he
beginning to
did
end.
he did a blackened seasoning. I just fried it in some butter with some salt and pepper, and that was it, man. That was it.
Just
That's
stay
all I
skinny
did. It was
like
great.
that skillet. Have you ever
Yeah.
cooked? Have you ever cooked with truffle butter?
I don't think so. I'm not sure what truffle butter is, though.
Yeah, truffle butters. Yeah, just go to the grocery store and get some truffle butter, like a big piece of that. Let it simmer in there and throw your fish on that and try it. Man, it's magnifique.
I'm sure. I mean,
Truffle
I don't
butter.
think I'd turn down any kind of butter. I like all butter.
Yeah, try truffle butter. Let me see. Is anything I left out? Let me think.
So you had your dog for good luck, and then you said something about lightning is bad luck.
Yeah, fishing and lightning. When it's thundering and I'm out there fishing, I'm usually out of there, but I don't know. I've just been out there on my last lives. I've been in 3 thunderstorms. Like literally, I kept the camera rolling. I'm like a news reporter when I go live. I'm walking. I'm like, all right, there's some lightning. There's a tree falling. Hold up.
Bro,
I
one of my
don't cut.
lives, this was just like a month ago. I have an aluminum boat, right? And
Oh
I was
no.
out in a lightning storm in an aluminum boat trying to race back to the dock with
Yeah,
my live rolling, man. It was
yeah,
wild.
yeah. I'm like my life is gonna be different. It's kind of extreme. It's gonna, it says be extreme. And that's how I am. Uh, I'm out there and waste water. Hey, just keep watching. Keep watching my channel. Keep following me, and you're gonna
Right.
see some things. Once I grow, once I start getting more revenue, because I want to use my own money to travel to go fishing. I know it gets expensive. I have money, but I just don't want to use that money to do all that. I get some YouTube money. I want to travel to every state and fish in every 50 state, like all 50 states,
That'd be
at
cool.
least one time.
That'd
And
be
at least
awesome.
catch a fish. No skunk. No skunk. I want to go to each state and catch one fish at least. Yeah, even if I catch multiple fish.
I think if you come up to Wisconsin, you're gonna have to like spend a little extra time because here's the deal, right?
Yeah.
So the borders of Wisconsin, the right side of Wisconsin, Lake Michigan, one of
Right.
the largest lakes, freshwater lakes on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Then the north side of Wisconsin, Lake Superior, another one
Yeah.
of the largest lakes on Earth, right? And
Yeah.
then to the left border of Wisconsin,
It's like this. Look, it's like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Two of the largest lakes on Earth,
Home.
and then the largest river in North
Yeah.
America. That's
Home.
Wisconsin's
Yep.
borders.
You're on. Yep.
So we could get some time in, man. We get some
Wow.
fishing done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be hard to
Travel,
just spend
catch a
one
fish in
day.
the state. I'm gonna have a map and I'm gonna put a pin in that state once I caught a fish. My first fish I catch out that state, I'm gonna put a pin on it with a ribbon that whatever type of fish it is, I'm gonna have it written on a ribbon.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be like a bucket list thing right there. Yeah.
That'd be really, really cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm not like trying to make it a goal to do that.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool. Like, I mean, if I take off and I've got the money to do that, I'm doing it. But it's a little unrealistic right now.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah. So other than that, I don't plan on leaving the country fishing. I don't want to do that, but yeah, Louisiana, going down to Louisiana and catching their species of fish. The gar. Texas got some really good big gar down there.
Texas is a big one for me. I want to fish the Trinity River and catch one of those 800-pound alligator gar.
Woo!
That would be fun.
Woo!
That would be fun.
Hey, man. Hey, my drilling
on the
right
bucket
now.
list. Like, so I guess my two big ones is out west. They've got those white sturgeon, the ones that get like 800 to 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And then in Texas, those alligator gar. Those are kind of the two big ones I want to get done. And I'm gonna keep going to Tennessee, and I want to catch bigger blue cats. I went there for the first time this spring, and I caught 2 blue cats, but they were only like 7 pounds. So
So
but I caught some, so that's cool.
So where are we at with time? Like, we're an hour.
We're at an hour 4, so we're cool.
How far do you want to go? I got a couple of questions for you.
All right.
What started you on your YouTube journey? Like, where did you start? What started you? You know,
So
where'd you get the thought?
it's pretty similar actually. I was a fan. I was a YouTube fishing fan for
Mhm.
several years, right? And there was one guy I really followed called Ancient Art of Fishing. He's
Okay.
really popular here in Wisconsin. And and so I used to watch his videos all the time. And then one day, he said in one of his videos, "I wish somebody would come fishing with me and man the net for me sometimes." Right? So
Hey,
I hit up the comment
that's what I was
section.
doing for real life. I was the net man. Hey, he has a
I hit the
viral
comment
short.
section. I
Hey,
said,
he has a
I
viral
said, where
short where I scooped that big fish, that buffalo. Yeah,
I said, where are you going next, man? I'll show up with a net, right? And he told me.
yeah,
He told me exactly where he was going to go. So I went and I hung out with him, and I ended up fishing with him like 2 or 3 more times.
yeah.
And then one of the times we were just sitting there talking, and he just said 2 lines to me. Really, he said, "I'm fishing all the time anyway. I may as well throw a camera up and see what happens." Right? And it was
Wow.
like a light bulb. I'm fishing all the time anyway. I may as well throw it again. That was 8 months ago that he said that. I've had a YouTube channel for 8 months now, and
Yeah.
here I am. Here I am, man. That's how it all
Hey,
started. And you
that's
know what else? I went fishing with
yeah.
Ancient Art last night. That's when I caught my PV catfish channel cat last night with Ancient Art fishing right next to me.
Hey, that's cool, man. But now that I'm talking to the man, uh, do you want to know why I subscribe to you?
Yes, sir.
I was watching one of your lives one day. This was I don't think I had a channel yet. I think I did. But anyway, you had me laughing so hard talking about those trolls. You had some trolls and you're talking about you're sitting. I remember the fishing spot across the water was like, I don't know, it was a building to the it would be on the left if it's on the live because I know it's the opposite.
Yeah,
But it looks like a brick building and like a road over there or something. And you're sitting under a tree or something. I
yeah.
don't know where it is, but I know what's I don't know the name of the live, but you were like taunting the trolls and you were talking smack to them. And I was going through lives, right?
Right.
And I said, okay, I went through like 10 lives. Let me go back to this other guy. Who's this other guy? Fishy
Yeah.
thing. And you're like, you, I'm not gonna say repeat what was said, but it was funny. This guy said something and you said something back and you wasn't letting up. You were tearing him up. I said, I'm gonna give this guy a like. I'm gonna subscribe, like. And
That's
then
awesome.
one day I was like, I need a laugh. I just went on my YouTube and just looked up at your channel. You are actually doing a live. I sat there and watched the whole live. I put on a
Oh, man.
flat screen. I put on the laptop. I have it in my hand on my phone. I'm in the kitchen cooking. I have it where it's loud. And I'm just there in the backdrop. I don't comment. You know, I give it a like, but I never would comment. I just watch from the shadows, you know.
Yeah.
And I just kept watching them, kept watching them. I'm like, I like this guy a lot. I like him, you know.
Man.
So it's not a very like a large amount of people I
I'm not
like.
crying now, man.
I don't hate them, but I don't like them. You know, there's some people I don't like that I don't care
Yeah.
for. Like to
Right.
watch them, but you know, I have my own reasons. But I was like, I really like him, and he's the type that I can like no matter what he says. It doesn't matter. Like he's cool. You know, he's down to earth. He's not trying to be fake. I can see
Thank you
it.
so
You
much,
know.
man.
Yeah. So I was like, you're turning red, Fishy.
Yeah, I am. I am. I don't get a lot of compliments like this, man.
Yeah.
Like,
No. So
it's
it's like
yeah,
I'm being serious, and I don't sugarcoat, and I don't give people props too much. You know, if I don't mean it. Like you know, sometimes people do it for show.
right.
Not saying any names, but they do it for show, and they're not really like that in real life, you know, off the camera. And it's just something about you. I know you're the same all the way through and
Oh yeah,
through. You know, your
yeah.
wife is very lucky to have you, man.
I'm very lucky to have
Extremely
her.
lucky.
Like
Both of
all the
y'all.
technical aspects of this
Yeah.
channel, man. Like that's all her. I barely know how to use a phone. Like it's
Hey,
amazing that I have a
it's
YouTube
both of
channel.
y'all. No, it's never
Yeah.
one way. It's never
Yes,
one way. You hear me?
definitely.
Don't think
I'm
of it
very
like that. It's
blessed.
always like this. Perfect. But yeah, you're one of my go-tos. I don't even
Yeah.
watch big time fishing shows. not to name a few. I'm not gonna make them famous. Look, they're already famous. I'm talking like
Right.
I'm a big shot. I will be one day, but I go to fishy things. I go to fishy
Man.
things. I can name. Let's see. Who do I watch fishing? I really love Ernie the Hog Snatcher.
Let me write that down. I gotta.
That guy, man, his charisma. Ernie the Hog Snatcher. I absolutely love his channel. Thai Pig Patrol. That's one of my top favorites. Oh man, I forgot about my guy, 618 Fishing.
Oh, dude, I like this
I
one.
love that guy, man. That guy is a beast.
Yep.
That guy is amazing, man. I'm talking about every day. There's not a day that goes by I don't watch that channel. And I don't skip through it. You got your people that skip through stuff. They don't have the patience, so they're busy.
Right.
Hey, when I'm watching that, don't bother me. I'm sitting there, I'm glued. I'm looking. Those are the channels, along with your channel in real life also.
Man, that is like
Yeah.
seriously.
Like
Thank
5.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how to handle compliments. I'm just like, I don't know.
Hey, it's the truth, man. It's the truth. It's the truth.
And I can say everything I do on my channel, like I'm not trying to get big. Obviously, we all want to succeed, right? But
Yeah.
like I'm approaching everything, I believe, from a fan perspective. Like I do these interviews not because they're like doing great or anything, because I'm a fan. Like I want to meet the guys. I want to hear
I'm a
their
fan
tips
too.
and tricks. You know what I mean? I'm approaching it as a fan, and that's how I'm
And
doing it.
Guess what? There's people out here that have the big head because they're chasing views, they're chasing numbers, they're chasing pay, and you can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can see it on them. I look at everybody the same. I don't care that you get millions of views and you make tens of thousands of dollars. This guy can have 24 subscribers, and I'll watch every last one of his videos and want to fish with that guy before this guy.
Right.
It's because this guy's genuine. I'm not saying this guy can't be genuine, but hey, CEO, janitor. When I worked in the hospital as a scrub tech, when they see me, everybody loved me. I was extremely popular because I didn't walk by the housekeeper. I was best friends with them. I would go eat lunch with them. I would eat lunch with doctors. I work with doctors. I clean the utensils. The forceps, the scalpels. I steamed all those things at Erlanger Hospital. So I don't treat anybody different. I never have. But I can't say I can give input. There's a lot of haters in this town.
Yeah.
With me fishing with Hispanics, there's some racist people out here. I'm not calling no names, but they'll talk to you, be cool with you. They see you fish with somebody else, they all stop talking to you. And you know what it's for? Because they talk about those people. It's a lot of racism. If I fish with this fisherman, oh, you fish with this guy, you're not cool no more. These are grown-ups I'm talking about, acting like kids,
You don't need them then. You don't need them.
Thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Like if they got a problem with any of that kind of shit, you don't need them. You don't need them in your space. So now, you don't need them in. Yeah.
Listen, now that I got traction and I've been solo my whole life. They try to come fish with me or be cool with me. I'm like, nah. Lamar Jackson at it. You know what I'm saying?
I just finally figured out what that is. Now I want to do one.
Lamar
I told a bunch of people because I didn't know what it was. They kept saying, "Hey, do the Lamar Jackson at it." And I was like, "No," because I didn't know what it was. Now I've seen one. I'm like, "Oh, I want to do one," and now no one's asking me.
Yeah, it kind of helps.
I thought it was Pete. He did a really good one.
Yeah.
If someone's out there that wants to do a Lamar Jackson at it, I want one. I want one. Here it is.
Yeah. These are grown-ups, man. These are grown-ups, and you can feel the tension. You can. It's the envy's pouring out of their shirt.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. I'm not gonna hide it. Nobody's talking about it. So.
Right.
Yeah, I'm protected. If you know what I mean. Yeah.
That's another thing. Like on my channel, I've done a little differently. There's a lot of people, and I get why they do it. They say no religion, no politics, right?
Yeah.
I always say just no politics. If you want to talk about religion, that's fine.
Yeah, I
You
can't
know,
leave God
like
out because I said about
and
religion too. Like someone asked me, do I believe in God? How can I deny God? No, I'm
exactly.
not gonna do that.
Because if you
Of
deny the
course I
Father
believe
on
in Him.
earth, He'll deny you in heaven. So I ain't doing it.
There you
I ain't
go.
doing
No,
it.
I'm
My
not.
channel can
Yeah,
bomb before I
come
deny the
on.
Father. I will
Forget
lose my
that.
YouTube. That's fine.
One guy asked me, am I against the LGBTQ community? I said, of course not, because I'm not.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I may lose friends by saying that, but I don't look at people as friends. I look at them as
Yeah.
associates. You know, they're here today, gone tomorrow. You know, most of them. Like some people are in your life for a second. Some people are in your life for a day, for a week, a month, a year, and a lifetime. Everybody
Yeah.
has that thing floating over their head when you meet them. There's some people that you know them for that day. You don't speak to them no more. You know them for a week. You know, I want those lifetime people in my life. So it's
Right.
a lot of pruning I'm doing in my life, trimming that bush, getting those dead leaves off.
I just
You
be
know?
me and let them trim themselves. Like I ain't even, you know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah,
gonna go around and do my thing, and you can come with me or you can stay back. I don't care. You know what I mean?
it's a lot of followers out here,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
whoever gets an attitude about it, if the shoe fits, wear it. You know,
Yep. Absolutely.
a lot of followers, a lot of grown up followers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, it's
It's
it's kind
heavy
of
out here. It's heavy.
yeah.
It's extremely heavy too. So, hey,
I don't even know how to like not be me. You know what I mean? Like I don't
yeah,
even know how to not be me. Just am. Everywhere
yeah,
I go, everything I'm doing, I'm being me because I don't know how to be anyone else. Like
yeah. People
sometimes
stop
it works.
talking to you because you talk to a certain guy they don't like, and there's like 10 people not talking to you now. It's like they're really mad. You know,
Yeah.
you talk to them, they don't talk back to you.
I
You
will
know,
say though, it is interesting. Like I've already encountered it quite a few times now, where there's like kind of weird drama, I guess, going around on YouTube and this and
yeah,
that, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to stay out of it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. Just I'm like, hey, I don't care. I'm going fishing. You want to watch? You want to hang out? You want to talk about fishing? Let's do it. Uh, all the other stuff,
Yeah.
find another channel for that. Like I ain't about it.
So, a question for myself. This is what I tell myself every day, Fishy. Where do I want to go with this fishing thing right now with what I have now? Where do I want? Because there's no end to it. There's no top. It can just
Yeah,
continuously go up. I want to get to the point where I don't have to carry my own fishing rods. I don't want to have to film myself. I want somebody else to film me. I want
it
a
would be
production
so
team.
nice to have a cameraman. I'm not
I
gonna
want
lie,
three different
so nice.
guys, three different angles. You hear me? And I want to put them on a payroll. I want to have that revenue where I can have my designated crew, young,
Okay,
ambitious, male or female, it doesn't matter. Tall,
right.
short, skinny, or fat, it doesn't matter. But when I go fishing, I got my Ford Raptor wrapped, got the pit bull on the hood, you know. They're
Okay.
following me in their vehicles, and we're getting out, setting up cameras. We're getting out, and all I'm doing is fishing and talking to the camera, and have somebody edit it for me. I don't have to do nothing but fish. That's where I want to
I
get
like
to.
editing,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I set up for like I shoot everything in 1080p. I shot a video in 4K 60 one time, and it took
Yeah.
24 hours for it to download for some reason. Every time.
I'm not even gonna lie. I wish I had like thousands of hours of content already filmed that I could
Right.
just sit and edit for like weeks at a time.
Yeah,
I
you
really
can stay in the
enjoy
house for like
editing.
a month and just put videos
Um,
out. Yeah.
yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, I want somebody else to sit back and then let me see the rough draft, and I'll be like, run it, you know, post it. I want to get to that point to where it's like a franchise, like a business, like
Yeah,
uh, and and travel and hit some pretty iconic spots. I want to fish in some spots actually where like Bill Dance fished before, Jimmy
yeah,
Houston, Roland
yeah,
Martin.
yeah.
I used to watch them as a kid. I
Me
want to
too.
fish
Me
in the
too.
same body of water if they're actually still there. Like some of the, I know like the
Right.
rivers are there, but some of the famous spots, I want to go there and catch a fish. I want to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I want to catch like every species of fish.
Yeah,
But I mean, I really just want to catch. Honestly,
Where
I
in
just gotta
your
catch the
city?
big one.
In your city, or just in general, like everywhere?
Well,
Every
I mean,
season.
for starters, I'd like to just catch every fish in my state,
Okay,
which is
okay.
still a
There you
really
go.
long list. That's a lot of different species of
It's
fish. You
about,
know what I
I'm
mean?
sure, about over 250, right? You
I
think?
mean, I don't know exactly. I'd have to look it all up.
You
I mean,
can
I don't
Google
even
it.
think the
Yeah.
DNR website lists every species. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they'll give you a rough draft, like a number, like a pretty close random number. I did it for Tennessee, and it was like 232,
Oh
232
wow.
different species. Even if
Yeah.
you have two bluegills side by side, there's something different about those two bluegills that look exactly the same. One might
Yep.
be a pumpkin seed,
Yep.
and one might be a bluegill or a sunfish, or
Yep. Yep.
they look exactly the
In this
same,
aquarium, I've got multiple different species of bluegill, man.
but they look the same. Yeah.
No,
Some
they
of
look
them.
definitively different. Like I can tell. I can tell the difference
Did
between
you
these
show me
species
that?
of
You
bluegill.
showed me that one.
Huh?
I think you did show me that one. I think you showed me that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I showed you that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've got sunfish and bluegill in there. So I
Yeah.
had crappie, but they didn't make it. I don't think crappie ain't meant for aquarium life. I don't think. I had a few
So
crappie and they
so
passed.
any if you can pick any fishing equipment as far as rod and reel
Hmm.
or sponsor, who would you want to sponsor you? Which company and which like reel, like tackle, who would you want to back you if you
That's a
had
terrible
your pick?
question for me, man. Because I'll be honest with you, that's one thing. Like as I know, there's a lot of fishermen that are very technical about
Yeah,
what brands and stuff they like. I don't ever buy new stuff. I
yeah,
buy whatever I can get my hands on for like practically nothing at a rummage sale. Or
yeah.
I've got this
Okay.
really cool like thrift shop, bait shop thing in my town, and I
Yeah.
go there and I'll buy like rods and reels for like $2, $3. You know what
So
I mean?
there's
I
no
got a bunch
reel
of
that you
cranking
like.
rods.
There's no
Huh?
like one reel, like one special reel that you've been looking on Google for,
Not
like.
yet. I mean, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to find
Yeah.
them. Actually, no, I lied. I lied. There is one
I
book.
know, I can see it in you, man. Don't you can't hold on, let me get closer to the screen. I'm looking
There's,
at you. You're moving too
there's
much. Talk to
one
me.
combo I really love, and it doesn't exist anymore. They've
What is
stopped, discontinued it, right?
what is it?
It is
What's
the
the name?
Berkeley Glow Stick, man. The Berkeley
What?
Glow Stick. The
Dude,
Berkeley Glow Stick.
I knew it was something about you, man. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hold up. Hey, Fishy.
He's gonna bust out a Berkeley Glow Stick.
I broke it in the door, man.
Yeah, man. I got
Look
some
at the
Berkeley
eyes.
ones too,
Hold
bro.
on. I bought this at Walmart years ago. Hold
Yeah,
up.
they don't make
It
them
used
no
to be
more.
a,
Oh,
it used to
oh
be a
no.
light right there. You twist the bottom of the rod, and it
It's like a
comes on, man.
lightsaber.
Slammed it in
Bro.
the door. Look, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
And guess
And you
what?
can't
They
get a
don't sell them
replacement.
anymore. They don't
They
sell
don't
them
make them.
anymore.
They don't. Don't.
I
Man,
kept
I
that. I
still
kept
have
that for
two.
years.
But
Huh?
one, the tip broke, and I taped a new tip to it.
Yeah.
But neither one of them, the lights work anymore because I
And
didn't
you
take
put
care
the
of it. I thought when
yeah.
this goes bad, I'll just go out and buy another one because they were at Walmart
That
everywhere.
stick is so strong, man. You can catch the biggest fish; it will not
Oh,
break.
oh, I've caught so many cats on them, so many.
And it
Bro.
glows very bright. I think it
Yeah, dude.
uses like two AAA batteries in the bottom. You stick them in there and twist that black bottom, like click
Yep,
it.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
And like, I can't believe not only did they discontinue that, which was like the coolest thing
Why?
ever.
Why? Like,
Nobody's
why would
made
they do
one
that?
like
Like,
it since. Like, why hasn't anyone copied it?
they're gonna come back with it. They're gonna bring it
They
back.
better. They better. I
I
mean, I'm gonna
promise you. I
scour like
promise you. They're gonna
eBay
bring
and
it back.
see if anyone's like got some in their basement somewhere that they've never used. You know what I
Hey,
mean? Like,
I used to put two door sails in that bad boy and go fish off the pier. Everybody's mouth dropped. Like, what is that?
hey,
I
like
was the guy.
that was the pinnacle of like fishing with style. You know what I
Berkeley
mean?
glow stick, man, fiberglass. They got them on eBay though. They got them on
Yeah, no,
eBay.
it lit up like a lightsaber, Jackson. Like you
Man,
twist the
yeah, from
bottom
the
of it,
bottom all
it
the way
lights
up.
up like a
Like it's
lightsaber from
green.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
it's
That
glowing like
you could
super
get a
glowing.
green one, you could get a blue one, you could
A
get the
blue
red
one,
one. They were like
red.
lightsabers, but they were fishing poles. They're so
Yeah,
awesome.
you can see that bite and like
Yeah.
total
Oh yeah.
darkness. Yeah.
Yep. It was amazing, bro.
Yep.
I remember like
From a mile
walking at
away, you can
night
see it.
through the woods to a fishing
Yeah.
spot, and I like clicked my glow stick on for a flashlight to like walk
Yeah,
around
yeah,
the
well,
forest.
that's right. Yeah, that
You know what I
thing
mean?
glows. You know what? When they come back out with them, I'm buying 5. I'm buying
Bro,
5 of them.
here's what we got to do. All right, here's what we got to do. Right? If
Petition. We
we
need a
get big
petition.
enough, we start our own factory, our own merch, and we'll make our own glow stick fishing poles. Be like, just make it just
Yeah.
like Berkeley one,
Yeah,
except we'll
okay,
put our
I
names
got you.
on it.
I got you.
It'll
I
be
got you.
Pitbull and Fishy's glow sticks, man.
I
On
gotta
it.
find the
Let's do it.
patent on. I need to find out exactly. I want to partner up with. You know what would have a sweet glow stick? Like what company could make one?
Any company could. I don't know why they don't. I don't get it. It's such simple
Catch the
technology.
Fever needs to come out with a glow stick Hellcat.
Oh snap! Yeah, the Hellcat glow stick. That'd be. I mean, there's.
Hellcat.
What was it? Somebody actually. I think Key was just saying. No, it wasn't Key. It was Cindy. It was Cindy was saying. Somebody was. He was maybe going to get sponsored by some pole company that did some kind of version of a glow in the dark fishing rod. And I
Yeah.
looked it up online. It wasn't nothing. It was lame. It was a super lame
Yeah.
pole. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Man.
Terrible. I was just like, why can't they just bring back the legend?
Man, I bent that Berkeley glow stick. I tried to break it one time on a big fish. I tried to angle it. It wouldn't break. It wouldn't break.
They're amazing poles.
It wouldn't break. Big fish too.
The Pit Fishy rod. There it is. Cyro's Garden got it. Pit Fishy rod.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back. Man, that's gonna happen.
Man, who's in the chat? Oh, I can actually touch the chat. Cool. I can scroll up and down. That's pretty cool.
You can do whatever you want, man.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man. It's just like a live, like a regular live.
Yeah, it is a regular live. Like, as long as you're just doing the 2 streamers, you don't need to download any extra stuff. It's when you need 3 or more, then you need to like download, whatever the apps, whether it's StreamYard. There's a bunch of other ones, but
yeah, StreamYard. Wow. So it's like 14 people watching, 51 likes. But after you end it, it'll show you like the rough number, like the actual number. Okay.
Yeah, you want me to text it to you?
I better have over 500 people. You hear me?
It'll probably be 500 plus.
Yeah, I just throw a high number out there. It might be like 250.
So far, my 2 best, I believe, were Travis, No BS Fishing, and Cindy, Skipjack Cindy. Were my highest viewed interviews so far, I believe.
Okay. So yeah, at least 200. I won't be disappointed.
They were like, I think Cindy's just now went over 1,000, but that's the thing about these. So these interviews, they keep getting watched, man. People keep coming back and watching them. And like people that miss them, they come in and watch them. The number will keep growing.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Yeah. Anybody else got any more questions? I know we're running until like 1:28.
Yeah.
I don't know how long.
I mean, usually it ends itself because it starts glitching out, but it hasn't started glitching out yet. I have had them go 2 hours. I don't care. As long as you want to hang, I'll hang, man.
Anybody got some questions for the dog? Anybody?
Y'all got some questions for Pitbull?
If you're not in the chat, come into the chat. Somebody come into the chat, ask me a question. As long as it ain't too personal, though, Hey, look, I got my bill. This is a California thing right there. Look. Boop.
Okay.
Pop your head. You gotta pop your head.
Mine won't pop.
No, you gotta make sure
it won't do it.
Hey, it's a trick to it. Hold on. You gotta make sure your hat's on very tight. So adjust the back of it.
Do I need it loose or tight?
No, put it extremely tight. Take it off and put it to where you can barely get it on your head. It'll do it then. That's the trick.
Oh, Maybe I need to
You
put a little
gotta
tighter.
make it real
It's got
tight.
Velcro. I don't know.
Yeah,
Velcro
go all the way
looks
down
good.
to the smallest.
All right. All right. Hey, look at there.
Look, see, you
You
learned
like
something
it?
today. Yeah, you cool. You got
I'm cool
drip.
now.
You got
Am
swag.
I cool? I got.
Everybody pop their hat up.
All
Let me
right.
see. Anybody ask anything?
Saltwater fish at all? Since Iron Garden?
I've never fished in the ocean. Never fished in saltwater ever. And that's crazy because I used to go to the beach all the time. You know, they have a place where you can rent rods and fishing equipment. I've never done it.
Finding joy on this journey says, do you prefer to fish alone or with others?
Would I prefer to? I prefer to fish with others all the time.
Do you?
You know, before myself. But I've always fished by myself. But
Yeah,
I enjoy good company fishing, good energy. It's about the energy.
I've gotten weird with it as I got older. When I was younger, I always wanted to have, like, I wouldn't go fishing by myself. You know what I mean? When I was younger.
Yeah,
And now I low key prefer it. I kind of like fishing by myself. I don't know. I've just gotten real set in my ways, and I don't want anyone
yeah.
holding me back. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go fish where I want to fish, how I want to fish. But at the same
You
time,
said I don't do hats. Fishy fingers. You don't do hats. Yeah. To each his own. To each his own. Yeah. What were you saying, Fishy?
oh, I was saying, like, so I like occasionally fishing with others. Like, I like hanging
Yeah.
out with my guys and talking it up and fishing and stuff. But usually I prefer by myself. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't like to go fishing with other people all the time. Like, I like
Yeah.
my alone
Yeah. Me
fishing
neither.
time. I
Not
really
all
do.
the time. Cause that's my office. That's my
Right.
peace. You know.
Yep.
When
My
I go
zen.
out there, when I need to regroup, I have certain fishing spots I go to where I know no one's gonna go.
Yeah.
No one's gonna
Yep.
walk down rocks, Fishy. Walk down boulders. That's what kind of fisherman I am. I'll walk down the rocks and get right on that riverbank. You know?
I had a friend who would get scared and said he wouldn't get in the boat with me anymore because I'll take my little, and I don't have a nice boat. I don't have a nice boat. All right. But I
You
would
will
take it.
one day. You will one
I,
day.
I'd take it right up to the dam, and he's like, "That is dangerous. You're gonna die one of these days." I am
Oh man.
not. I know this river. Me and this river, we're like
Woo!
this. Like we know what we're doing.
Just make sure you got a life jacket on. Keep a life jacket on. Just put it on.
Have you ever tried strawberry chicken for catfish?
I have before. I actually did it 2 months ago. I didn't catch anything.
You didn't catch anything? I
No.
have. It's all right. I did a test a long time ago. This was before YouTube. I tested a bunch of baits against each other side by
Yeah.
side, and one of
Right.
them was the strawberry chicken, and the cut bait outperformed it.
The
I mean,
cutting.
the cut bait beat
Yeah.
everything that I tried. I can't even remember all the things I tried, but
Do you
I
ever
kept
fish with
trying.
Do you ever fish with bluegill heads?
Yeah, all the time. That's
Okay,
the
okay,
best cut
cool,
bait
cool.
there is. That's
Yes,
number
sir.
one. That's number one.
Make sure you leave
Yep.
the gills in. Hook under the chin and come out between the eyes.
Actually,
Do that
so here's
more.
what I like to do when I cut a bluegill head, right? Which I'd here, I'll show you. Look at this. I got this. This will be
All right,
perfect.
cool.
So I will actually start cutting up here,
Yeah,
and I'll cut down and keep the chest cavity on the cut
yeah.
bait because that's got the heart of the fish in it.
That'll
So
expose the guts, right?
yeah, well, and so it's got the bulk of the blood, right? So
Yeah,
that's got all that blood coming out of the heart piece. And I think
yeah.
there's something about the eyes when the fish see the eyes.
I'm gonna
Like,
try that. I'm gonna try it,
yeah,
Fishy.
that's my cut bait secret. I cut from up here and then I cut down so that I've still got the chest cavity on, and then it's got all that blood coming out of the heart.
That's cool. So where do you hook it? Where do you put your hook when you do that?
So when I'm just using a bluegill head, I put the hook right through the mouth and like the hard piece of the head right there,
Yeah,
so it stays
yeah.
on the
Between
hook.
the eyes
You know
where the
what I mean?
bone is. Yeah.
I bring it in through the bottom of the mouth here, and then I bring it out the top of the hardest part of the head.
I used to go like right behind the neck, but if a fish short bites, it'll rip right out that tissue.
Yeah,
Right behind the eyes, like in the back of the neck.
yeah.
See
I
right
find
there?
that like this part of the bluegill is the
Yeah.
hardest part of it. So the hook will
Yeah.
stay in there pretty good. And then it
Yeah.
also has a natural presentation. Like if it's
Yeah.
in the river, you know what I mean? It's like dangling
Yeah.
in the current. It almost looks like live bait. I think that's why flathead will hit cut bait like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Because
it's
it
in the
looks like
river.
the current.
You got your weight down here, so it's just dangling, kind of floating in the current right there.
Yeah. So what I recently started doing like 2 weeks ago is I'll fillet one side of the bluegill
Yeah,
and then hook it through under the chin and throw it out. That way the stomach and everything's still intact.
I can see that.
Someone told me to do that. I just started doing it. But I'll cut the dorsal fin off and the two
Right.
little flaps. I'll cut them off so it doesn't get into the way of the hook set.
So the other thing I like, so you want your hook, right? So like if I'm
Yeah,
cutting, you want your hook about the same size as the
yeah,
piece of bluegill you've got. And the
yeah.
reason I don't like a whole bunch of extra dangly stuff is a lot of times fish will just come and they'll bite the back of
Short
that and
bite.
they'll pull it
Yeah,
and they won't
short
hook.
bite.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? So if your hook is about the same size as your
Yeah,
piece of cut bait, it increases your hook rate. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So do you use circle hooks or J hooks or
Circles,
octopus?
circles all day.
Yeah.
Circles.
What size?
It depends on the size of the cut bait or the
Double
live
bait?
bait I'm using. So I've
Yeah,
got, but I like the number 4. I think is the best hook
yeah,
because it'll catch small and it'll still catch. I've caught like 30-pound flathead on a number 4
yeah.
circle. It holds up.
So
You
is
know what
the
I mean?
hookup ratio? Do you hook them in the corner mainly with that size hook, corner of the mouth?
I've seen it hook and it does usually get the corner. I've
Yeah,
actually seen it hook in lots of different places. I've
yeah,
seen where like somehow it even hooked up underneath the mouth, like the fish missed
yeah,
it and it hooked up in their
yeah,
chin. It wasn't even inside their mouth. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'm not sure about that.
I
I
hook.
haven't put a lot of
I
attention
like
to it.
12-aught hooks. I like like the small wire 12
Yeah,
aught because big catfish with a big tooth patch, it's that gap is big enough to go hook in the center of the mouth or the bottom. It
right.
won't just go in the corner. I just started
Yeah,
recently, probably since I started my channel, started fishing with circle hooks. I used to have J hooks where you have to actually snatch it.
yeah,
I
no,
really, yeah,
I wait.
I like
I let the
circle,
circle do
man.
the work, man. I
Yeah,
let the circle
circle
do
when
the
you
work.
pull it and they're hooked, man.
Yep.
Circle
And
hook.
you gotta wait. Like it's funny too because you got to change your instincts. Really, if you've been fishing with J hooks forever, you're
Yeah, you
used to
might
setting
think
the
it.
hook. You don't
Yeah,
want to do that with a circle hook.
no,
If you prematurely set the hook with a circle, just pulling it
yeah,
right out of the mouth. It doesn't give them a
yeah, it's gonna
chance
come out. Yeah.
because the fish has to like take it and kind of turn almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta reel down on it. Just reel down and feel
Yep.
that pressure is real, and then give it a pull. Don't yank, but just kind of pull.
Yep.
Like
Just a
don't yank,
steady.
but it's just like
Yep.
a bend, like as you're retrieving, and it'll set.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
So
depending. So if I'm using live bait, the hook size it depends entirely on the size of the bluegill. If it's a bigger
yeah,
bluegill, I'm using a bigger hook. Smaller hook. Same thing. Like if I'm cutting that cut bait, if it's a big bluegill head, I'm using a bigger hook. If it's a small bluegill head, I'm using a smaller hook.
oh yeah.
So the bait
So
itself determines the size of the hook for me.
so what is the craziest thing you've seen in the water since you've been fishing? Like from a fish, it could be anything. What's the craziest thing that was odd? Craziest looking fish or just something in the water that you've seen or you
I
thought you
mean, one
seen?
of the things that and it happens pretty frequently, and it always weirds me out. And I don't exactly know what kind of fish it is, but like so I use really, really big like, musky bobbers, right?
Yeah,
Or I'll use like a 20-ounce soda bottle as a
yeah,
bobber.
yeah.
And fish attack the bobber all the time. I'm like, what the hell? I keep telling
Hey,
myself I should put a
hey,
hook on the
let me throw
bobber.
this side note in, Fishy. Try
Yeah,
balloons. Try balloons.
yeah, yeah, I could do that too.
Get a balloon, roll it, stick it inside another balloon, and
Yeah,
blow it up so they have a double coating. Tie it. That balloon has more buoyancy, and plus, if when they try to pull that down, it's going to have more pressure than a bottle
right.
will. Try two balloons, about the size like those party balloons.
Yeah,
Try it
yeah, yeah.
out. Try it
Yeah,
out.
there's musky guys that do that too in the
Yeah,
fall with the
big
balloon
balloon
trip.
like that.
But like I'm saying, like these fish are attacking the bobbers. If I had a balloon, they'd pop that balloon.
They're biting the bobber.
They
That's
attack,
crazy.
like viciously attack my bobbers. And I don't know what kind of fish these are. I never see them. Like I'll just see the splash, and it'll be like multiple times in a row. And I'm like, what is attacking my bobber? I'm gonna put some hooks on a bobber next time and see. I gotta figure out what fish is attacking bobbers, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that.
Hey, the craziest thing I've seen in this Tennessee River is a catfish, a real flathead looking catfish with scales, like carp scales on it. The whole body had scales.
That don't
Yeah,
make sense.
I seen it.
Catfish
I was
have
trying to
skin.
catch
They
it.
ain't got
It was
scales.
dead. It was dead though. I was trying my best. I almost got to the point where I jumped in the water and tried to get it. There's a lot of nuclear plants down here, a lot of waste plants. I don't know how that happened, but it had a flathead with whiskers. I seen it. It was probably like that thing had to be like probably like 24 inches at least. This was like some years ago, like 8 years ago.
That's a mutant fish right
Yeah,
there, man.
it
Because
had scales
catfish
on
have
it.
skin.
No full big scales on it, like a mirror carp. You know, you
Right.
ever seen a mirror carp? Mirror?
Yeah, yeah. I've never
Yeah.
caught one, but I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a catfish head, definitely, and had a carp body. And the tail went like this. It was in a shape like that, like an eel. It was
Oh,
crazy.
you know what it was?
What was
Maybe.
it?
I think maybe it was a burbot.
What is that?
It's like a bowfin, but they're
You
a
know
little
what?
different, and they can get whiskers.
Yeah,
They can get
that makes
whiskers.
sense. But we
Yeah.
don't have both in here. Maybe
You
somebody
don't?
put it in the water.
Yeah, I mean they could get there,
People
especially
can put it
because
in the water.
birds
Yep.
migrate, and like so. What happens is birds will get fish eggs on their feet. And they'll fly from one
Yeah,
body of water to another body of
that's
water,
crazy.
so they
Okay,
can spread fish eggs from one body source to another.
now we're
And
getting
it's
somewhere.
possible they
Yeah.
could have migrated far enough that they, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know what I seen, so that makes sense. Bowfin, um, snakehead is the same thing, right? Snakehead, bowfin,
No, snakehead is definitively different, and I don't believe they have whiskers.
they
A
look
lot of
the
people
same.
seem to think snake. We actually talked about this on the panel I had, the Midwest Cast panel I did last month. We were talking
Right.
about people were like, "Isn't dogfish and bowfin and snakehead all the same thing?" I was like, "No, no, they are very different." And if you pull up
Yeah.
pictures of them
So,
on the internet, you can see they're very, very different.
hey, hey, I was so nervous about this interview. I was like, I don't know what to say. I've never been interviewed except for a job interview,
Yeah,
but I feel I did pretty good. What you think?
you did great, man. You did amazing. You did really, really good.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't tell you
started
there's
crying
nothing to
in the
be
beginning,
nervous
man.
about. My
I
my
thought I messed
interviews
it
aren't
up.
hard. It's just like a couple guys who are enthusiastic about fishing, talking
Yeah,
about fishing for people on YouTube to see. And like the questions I ask are probably questions that every YouTuber's already heard in their chat like a million
yeah,
times. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But it's like getting it all together right here, right now for everyone to see.
yeah.
We're just coming it up.
Hey,
You know?
man. Yeah, I'm gonna go far. I'm just thinking, and I want everybody to come with me though. It's like, how can I get everybody
So
into the boat with me?
right. Well,
How
because
can I get everybody in the car together?
if the
Everybody.
phone is
I
in
don't
there
want to leave
with you,
nobody behind.
everybody is with you, man. If the
Yeah,
phone's
like
in there, everyone in the chat is there with you, bro. That's
I
the
want
beauty of it.
them, but I want them to like, it's like, what can I do for them? You know, and they're
And
like,
if you want
maybe,
to, actually, I'll throw
maybe,
this out there, right?
yeah,
I've been using my wife came up with the idea actually, and I'm putting it in every one of my videos now. Every one of my videos, every one of my shorts. The hashtag Let's Grow Together,
yeah.
right? And that's
Oh
like
wait,
for
hey,
the
hold
fishing
on,
community.
hold
What's up?
up, man. Look at that emoji, man.
That's what I'm telling. That's a pit bull emoji, bro.
How? Who did that?
My wife, she made a custom pit bull emoji for this interview.
What?
Yes, sir.
My
Yes,
mind just
sir.
said boom.
Throw him some more pit bull emojis, y'all.
What in the living?
Yes,
How
sir.
how do you make emojis, man? Hey,
I told you
I,
she's a tech guru.
I need that. I need that in my life right there. Hey, if she can get it to flex, that'd be crazy. That's awesome. I kept looking at it. I was like, what is that? Hey,
My I thought it was a poop emoji for a while. I was like, why is
I
everyone
thought it,
throwing
I
poop
thought it was a
emojis? And I was
monkey. I
like,
was
wait a
like,
minute.
somebody.
Oh, that's the pit bull.
I said
It's a
somebody's
pit bull.
putting. I said somebody's putting monkey emojis up there. I looked again. I was like, nope, that says 423 on it. That's a pit bull. I thought it was a monkey. I'm like, hey, we need to get him out of there.
Oh no. Oh no, no.
Why are they putting monkeys up there? This is a pit bull, not a monkey.
No.
Hey, I'm
That's
like,
like
hey, the trolls are real.
that's let me tell you another funny story about ancient art, right? So
Yeah.
ancient art of fishing is Asian and his name is Bob, right? And so
Okay.
like before I met him, I
Wait,
only
does he
knew him
catch
as
salmon? Does he catch salmon like he fishing in pretty water? Ancient.
no, he's a cat fisherman. He's a cat
Okay,
fisherman.
okay, it's not the same guy I'm
Yeah.
thinking of then.
But anyway, so I knew him for years because I was a fan of his as ancient art, right?
Yeah.
And so when I finally met him in real life, he told me his name was Bob, and I thought I'd be real clever, and I called him Ancient Bob, right? But
Yeah.
like after hearing it a few times, I realized it sounds like I'm saying Asian Bob. You know,
Ancient. You gotta
like
put the
I was so nervous. I was like, does he think I'm racist? Does he think I'm
put the
calling him
th
Asian?
on it. Ancient. Chint. Put the
Yeah,
chint in it.
ancient.
Chint. Go hard on that because we don't want
Right,
that. We don't need you banned, okay?
right.
Oh, hey, I thought I was monkeys. I was looking at I was like, it looks like you said it looks like little poop. I'm like, it's brown. The only brown emoji I know is a monkey. Let me get close because I was about to Lamar Jackson somebody. It's a pit bull. I'm good now. It's a pit
Pitbull, yes,
bull. I
sir.
can sleep. Little pit bull monkeys.
Oh
uh,
no. Well, I think that's it, man. I think we did it. What do you
hey,
think?
I got an ending quote for everybody that's listening.
All right, let's do it.
It's not about me. It's about we. It's about
Take
we.
that. We with a W.
Yeah. It's not about me. It's about we. It's about us. Everybody. We're all one.
That's I call Wisconsin the dub.
West side. Hey, I'm from California, so you know it's
I
natural.
fish up in the dub for Wisconsin.
You gotta
W.
tuck the thumb, man. Tuck that thumb
Oh,
in.
sorry.
There you
There we
go.
go.
Perfect.
All
You
right.
got a perfect W, man.
Yes, sir.
I had a blast, man.
Me too, man. Thank you so much. This was great.
Yeah. The pit bull. Everybody, pull those arms down. Come on. Put them down. Put the fist right here by the cheeks.
Oh, like this.
There you go. That's how you do it. Yeah. There you
My
go.
screen.
You know where I got this flex from?
Uh-uh.
Lex Luger,
What's
wrestler.
that?
Lex
Oh,
Luger. Google it. Google Lex Luger. I used to stand in front of the TV and eat Fruit Loops and do this all day. I used to get my mother used to put me on punishment. That boy's in there flexing again. I used to do it all day. I couldn't stop. I was addicted. Lex
there you
Luger.
go. I see it. I'm looking at him.
He's the man.
Right on.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan was the most popularist, like Roddy Piper, Junkyard Dog, you know, telling my
Yeah.
age. But Lex Luger was that guy. Lex Luger.
I never really got into wrestling. I don't know.
Yeah. That was a
It's all
thing back
good.
in the day. Lex Luger. Well, hey man, I'm gonna let you do your thing, man. Yeah, somebody said Lex Luger stay
We
fishing.
can hang. I don't care. We can hang out.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, anybody?
Usually my live starts malfunctioning by the hour and a half, but it ain't. So
Hey,
what's
hey,
up?
let's
Let's
keep
talk about
talking. Run it
anything.
up. Let's get some talking going then.
Let's do it.
My
All right.
journey.
So
Yeah.
no, you go ahead.
Oh no, I was just thinking of how fishing it's universal. It brings it brings different cultures together. It's a
Yeah,
thing where it brings you can see every nationality fishing. Like what single thing could everybody relate to? Everybody somebody in every family has went fishing before. It's
right,
a good
right,
bonder, you know?
right.
It's a
And
good
that's like
bonder.
I can watch a fishing channel in any country
Yeah,
because you
all
know
day.
fishing's the
Yeah,
same language in every language. It's like I know what he's
yeah.
doing. I know what he's doing. I don't have
Oh,
to know what he's saying
hold
to know
on.
what he's doing.
I almost forgot. Oh, I would have been so messed up if I would have forgot this, man. The guy that made my new logo, Dan Toons.
Yeah.
DanToonz. He's on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
He's
I'm
not on
glad that I
YouTube.
didn't forget. Huh?
He's not on. I only do YouTube. I don't have
Yeah,
anything but YouTube.
yeah. Dan Toons. He made my new Pitbull logo, the one you see on my shorts.
Okay.
Not the original one, like my first one that's in my little icon. It's the other one. He designed it for me.
Never look at me.
Dan
I
Toons.
don't think I don't know what Diamond. I mean, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I
Oh, you
misunderstood
probably
what
talking
you
to
were saying
somebody in
here.
the chat, probably.
Yeah.
What's up, Diamond? What's up, Diamond? What's going on?
I like your thumbnail. Oh, bro, I saw earlier today. I was doing a lot of stuff. I'm making these like shout out videos for everyone who's
Yeah,
became a member on my channel,
yeah,
and my kids being crazy. So I've been busy today, but I did see your what do you call it? Like your short you made of promoting my video,
yeah.
our promoting our
I
indie.
made like two or three of them, I think.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
they're awesome. They're really cool, really cool.
really.
I really like what you did with my logo and like all the
How
shiny flashy
again? I
stuff.
put hot behind it, like
Yeah,
making it zoom
yeah,
in. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
badass,
man.
man.
I'm learning. I use DaVinci Resolve to edit
Mhm. Yeah.
from Adobe, and I use Premiere Pro and CapCut.
Okay.
I mix and match. So when I want like something different, something exotic, what I mean like something new and it's not the norm, I'll go to DaVinci Resolve and
Okay.
edit like my shorts and stuff. Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yep, I downloaded it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
got
gotta.
18 people, 55 likes. Double tap this screen, y'all. Double tap. Pretty
Have you seen
cool.
any of my fishing music videos?
I haven't.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't.
Yeah, I make all my own music for like my fishing music videos. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Like
It's on
I
your
like
channel?
write songs, huh?
It's on your channel?
Yes, sir. Yeah, all my long
So,
forms. Every song on
oh,
my long form videos, I wrote and produced myself. They're pretty
okay,
cool.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I've heard them, but I didn't know that part that you did
Yeah.
that. That's pretty cool, man. Wow. Yeah. My actual intro is family member made my intro for me. It's at 423 right WRIGHT. It's at 423 WRIGHT. He made my intro. That Scenic City, Fishing, 423. You hear that?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
in
yeah.
Los Angeles. Yeah, he's an entertainer. So I'm gonna have him make me some more intro songs, like in between frames or something. Or if I'm like traveling to another spot, I have that playing in the background. So eventually I can start paying him, put him on a payroll.
You can steal anything from any of my videos, any of my songs, and
Okay.
my long form or my shorts. You can steal them and put them up on your stuff. I actually want people to do that. Like I was hoping someday, like I'd become the guy of fishing music. You know what I mean? Like everyone's sharing out, like, oh, it's another fishy things fishing song. Here we go. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Hey, sometimes I sit back and realize, I sit back and think and I'm like, um, how did my channel grow so fast? I know it could have grown a lot faster. Like I see some people's channels, they had them for like 10 years or like 12 years. And like some of them only have like 20,000 views. They have a lot of videos. And
Right.
I'm just like looking at their content. I'm like, they have great content. Like it's catching fish. And I just sit back and think, but a lot of people tell me, I guess it's just me, my personality, how I act and
Yeah.
talk. It's
Yeah.
me that
No, and
it's
that
giving me
is
the
a huge
views,
thing. It's
you know?
like with the lives, I mean, half the time it matters less about like the fish you catch and more about just your interaction with the people
Interaction,
in the
yeah.
chat. You know what I
I'm
mean?
starting to
Like,
catch on. I'm trying to get my niche pretty much, like find my lane.
right.
So I'm pretty unique, with I guess I bring a little hip hop, I guess, with fishing and just my charisma, my personality, a little comedy.
Yeah. Before I ever went live, I watched a lot of like female YouTubers that go live because
Yeah,
women are way more emotionally intelligent than men, right?
yeah,
And they're better communicators, right?
yeah.
So I felt like they were more natural with communicating with the chat, and so they did a really good job.
I'm glad you
And
said that. See, I would have been thinking about this after the live ended. I'm glad you said that about female fishermen because who really helped me push my channel were four female fishermen that helped me get a lot of subscribers early on. And that is Luminary Fishing,
yep,
Luminary,
yep,
Angie Fishing,
okay,
Skipjack Cindy,
yep,
and Shenanigans.
okay,
Yeah.
right on,
They
yep,
they helped me get like up along with other people too, but they have it set up where they have the night bot where you can type certain words and it'll post your channel, and then they
Thank
allow
you,
you.
overly overlooked Oscars.
Oh yeah, they'll mod you up to where you can mix and match and subscribe for another subscription. You can talk to different people,
Right,
things like that, and a lot of people don't do that, on different channels, and they allow that. So that's how I base my channel. Everybody
yeah,
come in there, everybody look at everybody else's channel, talk to them. It ain't about me. Start talking
right,
to each other. Talk to me. I'll read your comments. It's one big family. It's not just
yeah,
one way. So that I had like 24,000 views on one. I had 9,000 on another live that I did for 2 hours. And I thought it was only the number that you see at the top up here. That's how many you're gonna have.
oh
That's what I
no,
thought.
no, 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 no,
That's what I thought for the longest. When I ended that live and it said 64,000, I was with Fishing with Big Mike, and he said, I've never seen someone get a 1,000 likes on a live. And I was like, yeah, if you do 11 hours, you might get, you might get it too. No, I did 14, but after 12, YouTube doesn't count it. They cut
yeah,
it.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
let's stop
It would
after
have been a
12.
lot more. It would have been
I
a
want to
lot
do a
more than that.
12-hour live someday. Someday. My biggest so far is I've done a 7-hour live. That was
Yeah.
pretty good. But it
That
actually
was
didn't even have that
insane.
good of numbers, surprisingly.
That was insane. It was crazy, man. I just want to help everybody else. I'm always trying to help somebody else, even when I don't have it.
You see what
Like I,
Stay Fishy here said. I got my first 50 subs from a Fishy Things Live. So I used to just give I had a whole bunch of people with wrenches. And
yeah,
so for like a couple weeks, maybe even a month, it was like people would come in my lives all the time with less than 50 subs, and they'd say, "Oh,
yeah,
I'm trying to get to 50 subs." I'd be like, "Everyone go sub them," and then they'd be like, "Oh, I
yeah,
got 50 subs now,"
yeah.
And that was
I
cool,
tried doing
but
that too. Yeah,
the problem
and
is there's if you have too many wrenches out, you can't keep track of everyone, and there's
yeah.
always a bad apple in the bunch. You know
Hey,
what I
guess what
mean?
happened to me, Fishy?
Huh?
Two live streams back. I gave this guy called me the N word in the chat, like Nigga. It's like every text was going up.
Yep.
I still gave him a mod. I was like, man, get out of here.
You still gave
That's
him a
all the
mod
trick in the
after
book.
that?
Huh?
You gave him a mod after he did that?
Yeah, like my heart's too big, but I'm tight. Hey, I had to bite down. I
Right.
give him a zap. I zap him now. I call it zap. Zap. Get him out of here permanently. Hide him from the channel.
Right.
But I gave him a mod, and he started deleting all my people in the chat. one by one, real fast.
Yeah.
And then somebody that I gave a mod to, I think a managing mod, they had to take them out. So you get those people that come in and ask for a wrench? Do you get those
Yeah.
people? They ask
Yeah.
for like
And
have
I
a
always say
wrench.
it's an unwritten rule that if they ask, you can't give them one.
Yeah,
Like
because something
if
you
they
want
get
to do. It's a sinister plot you want to do with that wrench. What do you want to do with
right,
it?
right, exactly. But yeah, actually, so I made a rule now that's exclusive to my channel. I don't know if
Uh-huh.
it's hurting or helping, but I now say the only way to get a wrench on my channel is you have to come on Chumming It Up with Fishy and do an interview. If you
Yeah,
see someone blue in my channel, they've been interviewed. There's an episode
yeah.
of me interviewing them.
You gotta chat with some people. I gotta read your comments and get to kind of feel your personality. I'm gonna have it eventually, like real soon. You gotta come into like at least three lives.
Right.
Three
Yeah.
lives and
Minimum.
chat with people. I got like four people in the background when I'm doing lives.
Yeah.
I have my other phone and they hit me up and they look at the channels for me and see what content they have on them. Why do you
Right.
need a ranch if you have no content? Like what's the
Yeah,
purpose?
for sure. Yeah, that's a
What is the
red
purpose?
flag. Yep.
Like what are you trying to do? There's a lot of hackers and things out there, might try to freeze your channel. You never know what's going on.
Yeah, and my wife Emmykins, I interview her every single night, so she
Yeah.
gets a wrench too.
Emmy kids. Hey, Emmy kids made that pit bull. That is
Yes, she
insane.
did. Yes, she did.
I need that pit bull right there. Hey, I'll put that next to every text that I'll put. That's crazy.
What are you
That is
sorry for, silly salmon? Why are you saying sorry?
Who is that?
Silly salmon, Joshua? I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't know why he's saying
What
sorry.
happened?
I don't know.
But
He's a good dude.
what happened, silly? Why are you saying sorry, silly?
Yeah, what are you sorry about, silly? Don't be sorry.
See what he says. Sorry. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe he left and came back or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I got a lot of ambitions, a lot of things that I don't speak on them too much. I don't put them out there
Oh,
or
you good,
missing.
salmon? You can,
Oh,
if you
oh,
want to
it's that
see the
military
interview,
one.
it'll be up. You can watch it again if you want to. It don't matter.
Yeah, you're good. So I got a lot of ambitions and things I want to do. I always make a bucket list, and everything in my bucket list I've actually accomplished. It's
Yeah.
not nothing big like climbing Mount Everest or anything like that, but it's pretty big in my book. So, mhm.
I don't, I wouldn't say that I don't have any ambition, but I try not to get myself, um, I don't know what the word for it is. Like I don't want to get my hopes up. Like I take everything one day at a time. So
Yeah,
like everything I'm doing on my channel, like there are ideas I come up with, it's experimental, but at the end of it all, it's got to be fun for me more than anything.
yeah,
Like if I'm enjoying it, I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like I don't ever want it to be about money or I want to
yeah,
get this or that. You know what I mean? Like if that
yeah,
comes, it'll be a product of I kept at it and it got better and better. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I'm always getting better because it's fun to get better, right? Like nobody wants to suck at something. You know what I mean? So
No,
it's like if I'm
exactly.
gonna do this, I'm gonna keep improving. Not because I want to get money, but because I like
Yeah,
doing it and I want to be good at it. Like when you played football in like school, right? Like
right.
when you were a kid, it wasn't because you wanted to be an NFL player, right? Like sure,
Right.
everyone dreamed about it, but like you enjoyed playing football, and so you got better at football because you enjoyed playing football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the perks are good that comes with it. If like the perks, like you get super chat or YouTube pays
Yeah.
you. There's nothing wrong with it, but um, it was a challenge for me. Like I wanted to get monetized, not for the money. I wanted to just get monetized because I've heard so many people say how hard and how long it took them to get monetized. So
Right.
I'm a competitive person. I wanted that challenge. I accomplished it. I accomplished it. I got monetized 3 days ago.
That's funny, fat cat.
Yeah. Uh,
He
Fat
said, I
cat.
don't have a bucket list. I changed the B to an F.
Oh, okay. I got you. I caught that one. Good one. Clever. uh, hey, so tell me a story about the fish that got away. One fish that
Oh,
sticks in your brain.
oh my god.
I got one for you too, but I want to hear
I've got a
yours.
I've got a bunch.
Give me a good one. Give me the
But it's
main
like
one that
there's
pops up
there's
in your
one
head.
species that gets me all the time. Like
Yeah.
every year it gets me many times. This spring it got me 3 times, right? And that's
Give me
muskie.
detail. I got to hear it because it makes me sharp.
Okay. Muskie are a pain in the butt, right? You got to put a
Yeah.
lot of work in to get one in the first place.
Okay.
Like you just got to put a lot of time in, and most of the time you're not going to catch one, right? They have to have really, really hard mouths, and
Yeah.
so like even when you finally get one to bite, like the
Yeah.
hook might not go all the way in. You
You got to worry
three,
about the fight.
bro, bro, it's like
I watch it on
three
YouTube
times
all
I
the
had a
time.
muskie on this spring, and the hook got out like halfway in.
What? How?
It's starting to glitch now. It's going to start echoing and being weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or
I
the
can hear
I can hear
myself
myself
now.
now. Yep. But yeah, no, muskie are like the thorn in my side. Like the amount of work you got to put into catching one, and the amount of times it's gonna break your heart before you finally do is just absurd. It's a crazy fish, man. They call them the fish of 10,000 casts, and sometimes it feels like it's 100,000 casts. Like you gotta,
God.
they're evil. They're an evil fish. When you finally get one, it is unbelievably glorious, right?
Yeah.
It is a big, impressive specimen. You know what I mean? And like you
Yeah.
get a picture with a muskie, it's like glory. Okay, it's like I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. Look at this fish. But man, to get there, you had to get knocked out so many times. Just day after month after year
Fishy.
of just laid up on the floor like, hey, what happened? What?
Adrian.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Like
that fish is
Rocky.
swimming around in the lake going, you got knocked out. You know what I mean?
Hey, after that fish get off, it's like nostalgia. Don't you just sit there and be like,
Oh, it's heartbreaking. It's
you looking
heartbreaking.
at your string, like,
And then if it happens multiple times, you start questioning everything you know about fishing. Like, oh man, maybe
yeah,
I need to change the hook. I gotta sharpen my hooks. I need a
yeah,
smaller hook. I need a bigger
yeah.
hook. Oh my god, it's the wrong color. It's too much line. The weight's too far. Wrong size. Like you question everything. They will break
Hey,
your spirit.
oh man, hey, my fish, the fish that got away is on my. Let me see. I think it's on one of my videos where it's a big statue of a catfish, and I got my rod hooked to it, and I'm acting like I'm catching it. It's
Yeah.
that's the thumbnail. On that video, I believe it is, but it was like 100 pound catfish that I caught from the bank. I seen this shadow come out of the clear water coming towards me, right on the edge, and that line popped. I made a short of it. I made a short of it. It's on my video.
I'll have to check
Yup.
it out.
Huh?
It's time. You probably can't hear me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We broke it now.
All right. I appreciate everybody that came through. Love. Love. Bye, y'all.
Catch y'all later.
Peace.